What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Been a little while since we streamed. It has been hectic to do content lately. Life has been very, very busy. And I was going to do a live stream originally. Then I was like, oh, I'm just going to do a recorded video. Then it kind of shook out to where I'm doing a live stream. We have 5 of the 10 fragrances from the Intelligent brand, which for those of you who don't know, that's Derek More Plates, More Dates company. He had reached out and he sent over Intelligent Gold, Hydrogen, which I believe is Randy's favorite. I think Randy's been raving about this one because I know he had sent Randy some stuff as well. We got H2O. We've got Argon. And we've got Silver, which this was the common ground conversation that was the icebreaker because Claude made this one. And he was like, because I know Claude made some fragrances for you, which I was like, yeah, I actually made all 3 of my fragrances, yada, yada, yada. Which the thing that was really nice about this was it wasn't a rep that reached out. It was actually Derek. Started with a typed message. Next thing you know, we're voice messaging back and forth. I mean, I've watched Derek on and off for a decade plus. Those of you don't know who Derek is, there's many ways you might know who Derek is. If you're in the world of bodybuilding, you know who Derek is. He owns Gorilla Mind. Supplement company, energy drinks, all that good stuff, as well as his claim to YouTube fame is anabolic pharmacology videos breaking down studies and experiences and everything, talking steroids. So again, if you're in the bodybuilding world, you might know Derek from that. He actually has been in the fragrance a long time. He used to make fragrance content many, many years ago. More Plates, More Dates, the name. It was more of a lifestyle channel when he started. He's got millions of subscribers, you know. He started the Intelligent company, which does a lot of hair products, skin products, and then fragrance. It's a passion project for him. He's really into fragrances. So even though I got to chat with him and he sent the stuff, 0 fucks give. That doesn't matter. The likelihood of me liking all 5, let's be realistic here. I'm not going to love all 5. Am I going to find 1 or 2, maybe even 3 that I love? That's a real possibility because I'm sure they're mass appealing fragrances based on what I heard Randy say about this one. I'm probably going to like this one too. I don't think he went the direction of complex niche storytelling fragrances. I think they're all, for the most part, pretty mass appealing fragrances that may or may not remind you of certain things. They definitely aren't dupes, my understanding. That wasn't the intention. But I want to be critical. I want to find one where it's not for me so I can give him some freaking criticism. You know what I mean? I told him, be prepared. You send him to the guy that's going to crack some fucking jokes if he doesn't like it, you know? So, which he's cool with. So I'm excited. I'm actually very excited. And then on top of it, I got 4 cases of Gorilla Mind drinks. I got the new PR package for the Rainbow Sherbet flavor with Gorilla Mode pre-workout, the non-stem pre-workout. And like, for those of you that saw the shorts video or follow me on Instagram, I made the joke last night. So I guess I'm with Gorilla Mind now. And that was offered today. So yeah, I'm going to be with Gorilla Mind moving forward. So that's pretty fucking cool. I will have a code for you guys. So I'm making the switch from Ghost to Gorilla Mind. Straight up fucking delicious. I've had blackberry lemonade, blue raspberry, and rainbow sherbet so far. And my favorite of the 3 so far, as far as the energy drinks, is blackberry lemonade. Is the one I had today. Haven't dove into the pre-workouts yet because I've just been enjoying the energy drinks. I got 4 fucking cases of drinks, man. So appreciate the 120 of you that we got in the first 4 minutes. I'm actually not wearing a fragrance because, you know me, we don't do test strips for, you know, we don't do well with test strips over here. So all 5 of these fragrances are going on skin. So I was like, I'm not going to bother spraying anything up here because my arms are about to get painted in perfume oil. So yeah, so there's your intro. There's what's going on. And I make no promises here because I know what the Arnold's going on right now. I'm not stupid. And I know he's there, but I threw it out there if he wanted to jump on. Obviously, he said, you know, today's the one day that obviously that's not going to be a possibility. He's going to watch the replay. But in the future, probably going to send me the other 5. And there's a chance, pretty good chance, might be able to get Derek on here for a live stream. That'd be pretty fucking cool. Talk about some cool crossover between fragrance and fitness. To have Derek for More Plates, More Dates. Oh, the other way you might know him, he's been on Rogan's podcast like freaking dozen times. Forgot to mention that. He's always on Rogan's podcast. So, you know, might have a pretty popular dude here jump on the stream. Hopefully. No guarantees, but that talks have been had. It's in the air. It's maybe. He's going to see this later. Derek, when you see this later, I'm very transparent with people in case you didn't know yet, which He does watch the content. He knew who he's dealing with. So let's get caught up with you guys. I appreciate everybody. Like I said, first 5 minutes, we got 150 people. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I sure appreciate that. Born in Roma Extra Dose, that is some good stuff. Hawash Tropical, that is also some really good stuff. Sin in Paradise, good to see you, my man. I plan on checking Intelligent too. I learned about them fragrance dude. Yeah, Randy and Jeff from SoCal Scents. He's been dealing with the Intelligent fragrances for a little while now as well. Scent of the day, Eros Najim. It came today. That's some good stuff. Quest, good to see you, my man. Clandestine Laboratories Silver. I'm not familiar, but salute to you as well, my man. All as well. Bulgari Cobra. Never tried that one. Jubilation 40. Ooh, now we're talking. Coming out with the big guns here. So for those of you that didn't know, Kenneth loves his Amouage fragrances, and that's what I love about Kenneth, because I love Amouage too. Haven't been wearing anything from them lately, but I hold Amouage in super high regard. They're elite tier for me. Rare Reef, speaking of elite tier, that's elite tier clone for me anyways. Mr. M.A. Styles, good to see you, sir. Member for 2 years and 2 months so far, which we will have the member stream set tomorrow afternoon. For French Riviera that won the vote, instead of me having it shipped here, and then because I'm not buying anything else right now, I'm kind of time out on buying a lot of stuff right now. Buying a house, I'm closing next month, so not really spending a ton of money. Which shout out to Randy, he sent me a bunch of decants of the new releases, so I can still do some new release content for you guys. Shout out to Randy for that. Those came in today. Polo 67 new one came in today. I got that PR package. We're gonna do that tomorrow. So much to catch up with you guys because I don't stream enough, right? I never have the time. So whoever wins the French Riviera spin, I'm just going to have it shipped directly to. I have Spice Bomb Metallic Musk that won the All-Star tier vote. That's in hand. So we're going to be doing those probably tomorrow afternoon, same time, after the gym, after I have my meal and my little 20, 30-minute quick power nap, because I got to have it. Otherwise, I'd be doing this number on stream with you guys. So a lot of info, right? A lot of info. I'm trying to cram it in because I don't want to do 2.5 hours because we got 5 fragrances to do. Plus, I want to chat with you guys. Good to see you, my man. Been watching More Plates, More Days for years, me as well. I should check these out just out of respect. So he does have, we'll go to the website in a little bit. There is a discovery set of all 10, and I believe it's around $50, and you get a voucher towards a bottle, is my understanding. So if you buy the discovery set, you can use that amount towards a bottle if you find one you like. So the day 3 fragrance practice, he does that as well. I don't know if he got that idea from them. He's been around as long, I'm sure, with Intelligent Fragrances. I know it's not brand new. Intelligent Fragrances have been around for a little while now. But yeah, he does that too. So that's awesome that he does that. It's awesome that day 3 does that as well. Aquawood, that's an amazing fragrance. Lewis, good to see you, sir. Luis, I don't mind the surprise live. Filocos, Scent of the Night is a hard off the Oracle. Amazing fragrance. Everybody's been receiving their bottles. And I've been seeing nothing but the "This is George's best work" comments. I try to tell y'all, him and Claude killed it. When it comes to these private line fragrances, it immediately becomes the best fragrance in the house. The third one is a bit more artistic when we get to that point. And actually, no, he switched it up. That's going to be the 4th one now. So the third one's going to knock it out the park too. The 4th one. It was going to be the 3rd one. It's moved to the 4th Private Basilius fragrance. That is going to be a much more artistic fragrance that still super wearable, is going to surprise some people. Amouage Reflection, and then testing Goldfield and Bank Pacific Rock Moss. That's becoming a modern classic from them. Reflection, I mean, that and Epic Man are my 2 favorites still from Amouage. Great choices right there. It's going well. Haven't watched More Plates, More Dates in a while, but still a big fan. My Scent of the Day, Kadlaj Island Dreams. That's my favorite in that line. Love it because I like Broxton. Scott, good to see you, sir. Mr. Mo. Creed Wild Vetiver. I haven't sprayed mine yet. Miss Heather sent me a carded sample. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I've been meaning to do it. I tried out at Dillard's today, but no Miss Heather in sight. Oh, so you're in Jacksonville? Because if Miss Heather is going to be in sight, that means you went to the Dillard's in Jacksonville. How much is one? I think they go for like 80. Let's go to the website. I'll pull it up real quick. Why did that not come up? There we go. Intelligent Shop. Here we go. Because I got them linked below. I don't have a code or anything like that. What are the fragrances? Let's go to just one. Let's go to Randy's favorite, Hydrogen. So they're $80 for 100 ml, 2 ml samples 10, but you can get the discovery set, I think it's 50. Yeah, 50. Curated mix, blah, 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 long lasting, choose the one that fits you best. Purchase the Intelligent Discovery Set and receive a $50 coupon redeemable towards any full-size 100 ml fragrance. See? So if you get the Discovery Set, you find one you like, the bottle is only going to cost you $30 more because you'll have a voucher for $50. So he's doing it right. 24 reviews at 4.9. Like, I haven't really looked through the notes on any of these. I just know Randy likes hydrogen, and I heard him talk about it. And I've heard Jeff's thoughts on silver. And then Randy said he kind of sort of sees where Jeff goes with that. Like they mentioned Chanel L'Homme Sport, the original. But Randy said, faintly, not really. So my taste usually aligns with Randy on a lot of things like this. So I don't know. That's all I know is just that little bit about silver. Because the reason silver has been the topic with me is Claude made that one. So that's why everybody wants to talk to me about that one, because Claude's my guy, right? So here you go, guys. Of course, the hair loss prevention, they got skincare stuff, bundles, and so on. There's microneedling. They do all kinds of stuff. So this is a beyond just fragrance brand. But we'll pull the site up as needed to cross-reference with the notes here in just a little bit. We'll keep that to the side. Where was I? Yeah, so it was Red Panda. So we're at the 12-minute mark. I'm trying to no later than 20 minutes. I want to get caught up with you guys. No later than 20 minutes. We're going to dive into these fragrances. So let's see. Pascal, good to see you, sir. That notification, Oracle has been delivered. Enjoy in Burkholtz, Corsica. Oh, man. Better version, in my opinion, than Creed Millesime Imperial. Dino, good to see you, sir. Rayhan Pacific Aura. That's a good one, too. Kevin, good to see you, sir. Aventus Gorilla Mind is great. Love the pre-workout and the energy drinks. Like I said, I'm kind of saving the pre-workout and just diving into the energy drinks right now because my calories haven't started dipping. I'm 16 weeks out from the first show, and we're not really starting to cut to like 12 weeks out because I stayed so lean. I don't know how many of you saw the post that I shared earlier for 16 weeks out. Doing a lot of body work, scraping, ultrasound therapy, stuff like that. I'm kind of swollen on the sides right now from the scraping. Water and collagen and everything rushes to those damaged areas to heal everything. We're working on tightening the skin a little bit. Like we're doing a lot of things differently because I'm very serious this season. Trying to turn pro in Masters Men's Physique and Masters Nationals in July. So that's my second show. We're doing a big pro-am as the warm-up show in St. Petersburg first. So because I've improved a lot. I've really transformed my physique to the division. My posing is on point with the division now, so we've done a lot of work. But yeah, point is, once the calories start dipping, I'm saving the pre-workouts for then. So just kind of doing energy drinks while I still have a decent amount of carbs pre and post workout to keep me energized right now. Everything's timing with my carbs right now. Diorum Cologne, great choice. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I love doing what I do. That is for sure. Black Panther from Alexandria, which is Tigar, for those of you who didn't know. Riri, good to see you. Sixation, been a little while. Well, designed by the GOAT with the Death Star shoulders. Yeah, I like to call them like little cannonballs. Like picture an actual cannonball. How they're about that big. For those of you who don't know, Derek's been blessed with crazy good genetics for his delts. He's got these gigantically full rounded fucking delts. Fucking wow, I worked my ass off to get the bit of delts that I have. Them fuckers got crazy delts. That's for sure. Sunkissed Island. Now we're talking release of the year last year. My fragrance, right? Speaking of Claude Deer and some phenomenal work on an original fragrance, right? Missoni Wave, Out the Shower Tommy Bahama St. Bart's, saving that Virgin Island water for full wearing 8 to 9 hours, 2024 batch, by the way. Good to see you, sir. I'm trying to make my way to the bottom. Argos, one of their newest, Narcissist Obsession. Appreciate that. Major moves, I think. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm super excited. We can't wait. Can't wait to set up the fragrance room and the sneaker room. Oh, man. Christine, good to see you. Happy Friday to you as well. So, re-release in a sense this spring. For those of you that didn't see the discount, because not everybody saw that discontinued fragrance video. It seems like only when I do a clone video do I get opportunity for crazy views on anything. I'm not saying 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 isn't solid. But boy, when I do certain clone videos, they'll start off in the teens and some of them end up in the 100,000s plus or 70, 80,000 in a week and stuff. So the cheapy crowd, which is what this channel was built upon, has changed into those Middle Eastern clones, you know. It is what it is. I find some good ones too, but damn, I wish that wasn't the only way for me to get good views, you know, is to have to do those. Because I like talking to my designers, my indie stuff, which I would consider this more of an mass marketed indie brand, kind of with intelligent. But yeah, the parfum, I'm not telling y'all the name and all that good stuff. It's not the same name and all, but we're really excited. So it's going to be in the spring. I'm not going to give you a date yet, but we know when. Me and Justin and George are ironing everything out here week by week. 1 million cologne, been a long time. It's been solid, sunny, 70s. Nothing crazy. Spring weather, basically. Oh, that was a glitch, I guess, for 2 of them. No, I have not reviewed any of them. Michelle's fragrances are really expensive, so unless she wants to send it to me, I'm not. And I haven't talked to Michelle in a long time. Like, her fragrances are like $250 a bottle. That's very fucking expensive. And I'm not like super excited to get them. So unless she wants to send it to me, because I have nothing against Michelle, but unless she wants to chuck a bottle my way, no, you're not going to see a review from me on it, because that price is too high for me. I think we as content creators, we need to be in that, like, that under 170. You know, I think 170 is like high end for those of us doing niche. I think under 170, 150, $100 to $200 range for the niche fragrances. That's reasonable, because I get it. The brand's going to spend more because you're going to get more control, which this is her own original stuff. I get that. But the brand's going to spend more. And as far as my stuff with collaboration, the brand's going to spend more because of the collaborative side of it. They got to pay you a royalty. I understand all those things. So it's going to be priced a little bit higher than maybe affordable mid niche would be. Whereas in that situation, she controls what her cost is. It's her brand, right? So I think that's a little high. So that's just my opinion. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She might sell 10 billion bottles, and I hope she does. But if anybody wants to see a review from me, that's the way it'll happen. If she reaches out and decides she wants to send one my way, I will gladly review it and give my thoughts on it, as I would with anything else. Again, I wish her success. I just think 250 is too much. I believe that's what they cost, 250. I think that's too much. Bond number 9, Tribeca. I've never tried it. I'm going to have to skip to the bottom. I was embarrassed for Sam. I can't believe, after all the critique of him not knowing how to pose for mandatories last year, he did not get anybody to teach him how to pose. And I got friends of mine, like my original posing coach, who's an IFBB pro in classic physique now. He turned pro at Mr. Universe last year. He already made a post. I will pose you for free, Sam, because Sam's quarter turns, I want to see Sam succeed. I like Sam. That was fucking embarrassing for a pro debut at the stage the size of the Arnold Classic. Like, because he's doing mandatories next to Wesley Vissers, and it looks like a child that's never been taught to pose with a great physique was posing next to a pro. That's what it looked like. That's how fucking bad Sam's side quarter turns were. Oh my God, I felt bad for him. I was, you know how you can be embarrassed for somebody? That's what I felt watching that. I was like, oh, Sam, I can't believe you're walking on stage doing it. His physique's great. And I love Sam as a person. I do. But for fuck's sake, Sam, let you self-coach all you want. That's great. You have shown you can get yourself dick skin fucking peeled to get on stage and turn pro with the pros and all that. That's great. But somebody needs to teach you how to pose, brother. It's bad, bad, bad. You never win in a show with that posing. It's never going to happen. There's never, ever, ever going to be a judge that's going to say you win even though you can't pose. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So moving on. I'm glad somebody asked me, because I almost made a post earlier, but I was like, I'm going to let it be. But now you mentioned Arnold Classic. That's what's been killing me today. My friend Sia turned pro at the amateur yesterday for wellness. Any of you watching? That's all women's wellness. Sia, number 150 to turn pro. Friend of mine goes to the gyms over here with me. Super excited for her. So damn near every big show, every big amateur show, I've been having a friend turn pro in the last several big ones. You know, at Universe, I had my old posing coach. At USA, I had my buddy Mike, who I'm going to be right next to, going to the gym with, where I'm moving now. He's at the Arnold right now. It's been great to see a lot of my friends turning pro. Fingers crossed the old man in the old man category can do so this year as well, too, in men's physique. But all right, guys, sorry. I hate to skip down on you guys like this, but I have to. We need to get into it. We're 20 minutes in. So I apologize. I'm slowly making my way down. Got to acknowledge my fellow old man here while I'm at it. We're finally heading into Sunkissed Island weather around here. That's right, sir. That is right. 'Tis the season. You're going to have to steal that bottle back from Allie. Good to see you. What's up, Kara? Better sensual. That's going to make Joel very happy. My man, Kix Griffey, good to see you. Catching everybody on the way down the best I can. Yeah, that was embarrassing, Riri. Speaking of bodybuilders, Riri's competitive bodybuilder, too. For those of you who don't know, Riri Felton Fitness, that's my girl. She's a natural competitor. Proud of her. And when you see, shoot, how do you say her name? She's natural as well. She's looking to compete. Shit, I'm forgetting her profile name. She's a regular in the live streams as well. She's vegan too. She's built a crazy physique for being a natural vegan. Why am I drawing a blank on her YouTube name? If I see her in the chat, I'll know. I see we got my man EQ in the house. I see we got Kevin. Good to see you, sir. My man EQ. Good to see you, big dog. Hope you are doing well. I saw you tag me in your post the other day about batch recording because you got a lot of life stuff going on. I'm telling you, that's the way to do it, man. If you have that one extra day where you're motivated, that's the key to it, though. I mean, I don't have to tell you about being motivated to do stuff like that, but you gotta be in it. You don't want it to feel like you're doing it just to do it, because the days when you're going to do multiple videos, it's a chore. So you got to be like eager and excited, like we talking some fucking fragrance for the next couple of hours, because you about to do that shit for the next several hours with editing and uploading and all that. It's going to be half your day and then some, even with minor editing. So my guy, good to see you. Good to see you. So we made it to the bottom. Let's dive into the first one since Randy seems to rave about this one. We're going to check out hydrogen first. Seems like a very mass appealing one. I don't know if it's an aquatic. I would assume H2O is the aquatic of the bunch. So I typically try to do the fresher fragrances first. So I'm assuming these two are the freshest of the bunch. So that's the ones we're going to start with. Again, just because Derek himself reached out, which I get a lot of respect to him for that, because a man of his stature in the social space with multiple companies and all that stuff, you would think reps. He's going to have reps for the brand reach out. He reached out personally. So just because he did that and all that good stuff, that doesn't mean I'm not going to shit on something. Again, I know this may sound weird, and he'll get it when he hears this, when he watches it back. I'm actually looking for at least one of them to not be for me, because I know how to shit on things respectfully and not be an asshole, but give, maybe crack a couple jokes and, wow, these things fit snug. Crack a couple jokes and give some critiques. I'd like to think I'm pretty good at what I do for the most part, right? What do you guys think? I like the color. Simple, stack well. If you have a lot of fragrances, you could stack these sideways, kind of like a lot of these uniform style bottles, your Bon Parfumer size bottles, your Chanel, Bleu de Chanel bottles, similar size. So we got Intelligent Hydrogen. These are extraits, I believe. Yeah, extrait de parfum. I believe they're low 20s. Like 22, 24% range, 100 ml. You do have a collar, but it doesn't really click into place. Even though it's kind of holding, a little wiggle is all it takes to come off. Kind of a cheaper cap. Wouldn't recommend picking it up from the cap. See what kind of atomizer we got. Solid. Soapy and citrusy. One good spray. Paint the rose. Ooh, that is mass appealing. Ooh, okay. Blue. Right color for the bottle. It's a blue. It's a fresher blue. Reminds me a little soapy, powdery. I'm kind of getting Siren Fragrances, Blue Caviar. I'm getting Bulgari Blue, like that type of fragrance, that tobacco blossom smell. I don't know if that's in this fragrance, but I'm getting kind of that creamy, powdery freshness, aromatic side of those specific fragrances. It's reminding me of those. Big dose of citrus too. Yeah, okay. I see why Randy likes this one. From what he told me, his wife said this is her favorite fragrance in his collection. Like, she was really digging this one. And when the wife gives you the vote of confidence, you got to pay attention, right? There's something here, maybe a woody element that's kind of giving it a little bit of like this. What's the word I'm looking for? No, not woody. It's some sort of fruit that's not sweet with a wood element that's not sharp. Like, even if it is a cedar, it doesn't smell like it's a cheap cedar because it's not sharp. I don't get creamy like sandalwood. I'm trying to figure out what this is. This one's not cut and dry like, oh, this is this, this, and this. But it reminded me of very specific fragrances in that style. Hoping he would do great. I mean, I don't think he's going to take last unless they just like really dock him for abysmal posing. But yeah, perfect season for freshies. Yeah, no shit. This is where it's at. YouTube's a lot of work. Well, even with minimal editing, it's going to be a few hours, you know? Like one of the reasons I don't render in 4K too often, because just the rendering side takes close to an hour. And I got a GeForce RTX 3070. I ain't got no cheap-ass graphics card. There's no bottleneck with my Ryzen 7 processor. I've got 32 gigs of DDR6 RAM. Like this ain't no makeshift laptop I'm editing on, some iMac. It's the fucking gaming PC I use to video render. Not super muscle, but this is a stout fucking PC and it still takes time, you know. I'm curious on what our notes are on here, because this one very much strikes me as my style. I see why Randy and his wife like it. It does come across really good. Invigorating citrus and spice bursts of lemon, bergamot, ginger, cardamom that delivers energy, brightness, and instant freshness. Violet leaf, basil, pear. There it is. A fruit that's not sweet. I couldn't pinpoint that it was pear, but that's what I didn't want to say it and sound like a dumbass and it'd be something wrong, but I was thinking something along those lines. But it doesn't distinctively smell like pear completely because of the other notes, probably. The lavender, there's that kind of creamy, powdery, aromatic freshness. And the base dries down to tonka, so there's the powder, musk, and ambroxan, and cedar. So it is cedar. It's just not sharp. It is musky, but I mean, I would call it crazy musky. This is very easygoing. Designed for the fresh side, makes it a no-brainer for daily school or office wear. I agree with that. Subtle, playful side also makes it a perfect companion for cozy, romantic date nights. I'm sure something along this line I'm going to find better for a date night than this freshie, because this is a fresh, like, daily wear signature. This is definitely the go-to. When in doubt, if you would have, let's just say your whole wardrobe's these 5 fragrances, I'm confident without having smelled the other 4 yet, this is the dumb reach. This is the one that when in doubt, you wear hydrogen, you're good to go. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be the way to go here. 22% concentration. Projection's not extreme or offensive. It's polished, present, and refined without overwhelming the room. I like how they describe everything on here. You can tell this is somebody that's really into fragrances based on these descriptions. Some of the pictures. Bottle looks good in the lighting, that's for sure. Well, there's your notes. Nice layout here. So the ginger's not heavy. If anything, it adds a brightness to it. It doesn't really spice it up much. I wouldn't call it a very spicy fragrance by any means. Violet leaf's kind of kicking in, giving a little bit of this like metallic aquatic kind of feel to it. I wouldn't say it's overly watery, but yeah, I'm digging this. I'm digging this. I don't think it's mind-blowingly good. It's reminds me of a few others without smelling like it's exactly any one particular fragrance. It's more of a style. Like I said, I'm thinking Bulgari Blue. I'm thinking Blue Caviar from Siren Fragrances, which that one's much more fruity. It's got watermelon and stuff like that. That one's much more aquatic. But all in all, they kind of have that similar creamy, powdery, aromatic side to them that's at the forefront. I think this is an 8 out of 10 kind of fragrance. I think this is a great everyday wear. Doesn't come across super synthetic, but also doesn't smell like a $500 or $600 fragrance loaded with naturals either, or super high level, high grade synthetics. I feel like this is sourced and priced just right. Like this is middle of the road to maybe upper middle tier type oils. This is just my opinion on how I'm depicting it with the right pricing. I mean, $80. That's not crazy in a world where designers are $180 to $250 now, depending on the flanker name. If it's an l'exclusive or an elixir, they're pricing the shit like Raja Dove made it, you know, damn near. It is developing and changing. The woodiness and the musk and a little bit of a warmth is starting to come out more and more. Yeah, this one's good. I'm going to go 8 out of 10 with hydrogen. Hydrogen is a good one. Unless I find one I like more, it's probably what I'm going to wear tomorrow. Just saying. and there's a chance it's going to be this one. Let's dive right into the aquatic. I'm assuming it's the aquatic because it's freaking H2O, right? Everything about that says this is probably the aquatic, right? I mean, I would be shocked if it's... All right, glue. I would be shocked if it's not. There's some serious glue on this seam. Shit ain't playing. All right, let's see what we're working with. We got a sky blue type color, baby blue, which is near and dear to my heart. I hope the bottle is the same color. It is. Sweet. Very, very much, I expect this to be a light blue fragrance along the lines of your Dolce & Gabbana light blues and such. I don't expect it to smell just like it, but that style, or dare I say Versace Mano Fresh style fragrances, I put that in that light blue category. What other fragrances would I put in there? Mercedes-Benz Blue, Mercedes-Benz Man Fresh. Like, they got a few Mercedes fragrances I would put in that category as well. Let's see what we're working with. Let's go with the other hand. One spray is plenty. These atomizers put out. This might be the one for me over the hydrogen. But it's this is the summer fragrance for sure. This is the aquatic. Yeah, we're definitely on point with this being the aquatic. Just ordered Beach Hut, man. Got a sample, man. So good. That's one of Justin's favorites too. Very green. Very galbanum dominant. Yeah, mint leaf, all that good stuff. Definitely sounds a must try on the sample pack. The voucher, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The voucher is a real good selling point for this brand. You get the discovery set, and if you like something, you get $50 off a bottle. So that money goes to something else. Terre d'Hermès can't go wrong there. I could, because of the physique alone, I could see Sam placing in the top 10, but the posing is going to hurt him. He doesn't know how to properly showcase his physique. I mean, it's clear as day. It's not a critique that I alone am going to have. It's a critique that me and 99% of bodybuilders are going to have. Like, others will just overlook it and just rah, sis, boom, bah, he looks great. And he does, but he's not showcasing it properly. Posing matters, especially on that stage. Oh, my God. Yeah, the price point's great. Juicy, sweet, crisp, dry, almost fuzzy or fizzy feeling. Yeah, for sure. We'll make our way back to the bottom. Versace Mano Fresh. Perfect after shower fragrance. That's a perfect anytime fragrance, really. All right, with that, let's dive into it. Ooh, so this one's very citrus dominant. This one's juicy, but kind of fizzy and a little sharp at the same time. Definitely on the slightly salted marine side of things. This is definitely an aquatic fragrance. I don't know if I necessarily like it more than hydrogen, though. Out in the initial blast, I was like, oh, this is going to be it. No, maybe not. They're around about similar. Like, they're both really mass appealing. This is definitely out the shower, gym, because I like light, fresh fragrances for the gym, and high heat. This is summer casual for sure. Yeah, watery, fresh, ozonic and bright, light and airy. A lot of citrus here. That sharpness is toning down, but it's a juicier citrus, and it's a lightly salted, like marine accord. Of course, this one's going to have some clean musk as well. This isn't reinventing the wheel. It's almost like it doesn't have the metallic complete shower gel feel of an Azzaro Chrome. This is much higher quality smelling than something like an Azzaro Chrome. Even a light blue, where I can't really put it with light. Like, does it remind me of light blue? Not really, because it's not peppered. It's not smoky. It's citrusy and aquatic and musky, sure, but like two main elements that make light blue are definitely not here. So I can't put it to that. But think about I would say in the realm of a lot of fragrances that would be the fresh flanker. The light blue colored flanker is what this goes into that family of fragrances. It doesn't remind me of one specific. The other one reminded me of a few other ones, more so than this one does. Not a real soapy fragrance either. Let's see what we got here. I don't think I like it more than hydrogen, though. So the grade's going to be a little bit lower, but the wearability is really high on this one, too. Yuzu, grapefruit, pink pepper. You know, I was thinking a little bit of 2018 Invictus Aqua. I kind of was. And seeing this top breakdown, that immediately, yeah. Because I didn't want to, a lot of times I don't want to say something just to not sound stupid. because it's like, it's not exactly reminding me of that, but maybe a little. Yeah, it's a little bit there, Invictus Aqua, but there's something different about it. It's a bit more fizzy. Whereas Invictus Aqua 2018 specifically is a bit more powdery than this. Like, this might even lean more to 2016, but 2016 is much more synthetic than this. But still, it's in that light blue aquatic family of fragrances. Signature aquatic character, Chris Marine Accord. Yeah, that stands out. Violet Leaf adding to it. Tonka Bean, that will give a little bit of powder, but I really don't get any powder. Giving the fragrance depth and smoothness without sacrificing freshness. We got ambergris, amberwood, Gaiac wood, patchouli musk. Yeah, the profile's kind of similar, actually, to an Invictus Aqua. I think, anyways. These notes seem very similar. So whether this was inspired by or meant to be similar to, it does walk the path of an Invictus Aqua. I would say because it's not as powdery, maybe more so 2016 than 2016 and 2024. Tomato, they're the same fragrance, same formula. 2018 is more on the powdery side. If this was a more powdery aquatic, I would say it's more like 2018. But it doesn't give me the feels, because you guys know how I am with my Invictus Aqua 2018. That's like the greatest aquatic of all time for me. That for the years, that was my favorite fragrance. I don't know. I think this warrants the same 8 that Hydrogen gets, because when I'm thinking summertime, this is the kind of stuff I like for summertime. For warmer weather, this is my jam. Excuse me. Excels in warm weather, best suited for spring and summer months. That's not to say it can't be worn in fall or winter, but the congruence is not nearly as strong in those seasons. I agree. This fragrance works in most casual and social environments during warm months. I agree. But it's not recommended for formal events or office settings. I almost agree. I think totally works fine in the office, but formal events, I would look elsewhere. In those situations, a more mature, elegant fragrance like Carbon or Hydrogen would be appropriate. I think Hydrogen would be better for that as well. 20% eau de parfum, not quite an extrait. That adds to the freshness by having a slightly lower concentration. The lower the concentration, the brighter and fresh the top note's going to be, especially when it's citrus dominant. Yeah, I think that's what we're going here. I think we're going with back-to-back 8 out of 10s. For its setting that I would recommend, I do think office safe. I do think spring, summer, casual, more so summer, casual, daytime fragrance. Social events, yeah, going to a barbecue, pool party, whatever that you want to do in the summertime. Yes, 100% agree. I think it's 8 out of 10 for that. This is a higher grade smell than your Invictus Aquas, than your Azzaro Chromes, than your Versace Mano Freshas, than your Dolce & Gabbana Light Blues, all those designers that are a bit more chemically synthetic, lower grade synthetics. I think it's a little bit above them. While I wouldn't take this over Invictus Aqua 2018, I would take it over 2016 and 2024. I do like it more because it smells higher quality. It smells similar to, but better than, because of the quality. That makes sense. So, again, 2018 guy, that's still the ultimate aquatic for me. So I wouldn't take it over my favorite, but I would take it over its brother, that some people would consider the big brother because it came out first. But this is really good. We're on to something here. So the 2 fresh fragrances, kind of hard to not like the fresh fragrances, right? Excuse me. Well, let's see. Is it behind on the chat? No. We got 141 in the chat. I appreciate you guys being here and spending some time with me. Sounds like Aqua de Jo meets Invictus Aqua. If it had a little bit more green going to it, I would say yes on the Aqua de Jo comparison, but maybe not so much. I don't do a favorite workout split. I have programs built to my goals and needs during whatever phase we're in. Like, I recently just changed. Like, my coach will set up what he'd like me to do, and I always alter whatever program and split he sets up. And I'll tell him, look, here's the adjustments I made, because we kind of coach me together. It's not like I just, do everything my coach says. It's like, okay, some things will make more sense to me, will suit me better. And I'll say, look, I made these adjustments. And, it's never not an issue. It's never an issue. Or it's like, no, I told you to do this. That's not how we roll, me and John. But like I work back twice a week, delts twice a week, a full shoulder day with a little bit of chest, a full chest day with a little bit of shoulder is the way that works. I've got a thickness day for back. I've got a width day for back. I've got one leg day. I've got a lighter bicep day, a lighter tricep day, then a heavier bicep day and a heavier tricep day, depending on which back day and which chest and shoulder day. See what I'm saying? So it all depends. And certain exercises I've changed recently since we're moving into slowly going into more of a deficit, whereas I always do slower reps and focus more on time under tension. Anyways, the volume's not changing in the reps as much as the volume in the sets is going up a little bit more to increase that intensity even more to help keep the muscle bellies fuller. Whereas you could get away more when the calories are higher with lower volume with high intensity because the strength is up. And see what I'm saying? So it all depends. Everything is very specific and catered. So I don't do a favorite workout split. My shit changes every few months, depending on what the goal is, what the phase we're in is, depending on food, anabolics, all these different things. So I'm a pro that's not a pro yet. I operate like a pro. I'm just not a pro. If that makes sense. So let's see. Where were we? Give me a citrus dominant side note. Can't wait to crack into Sun-Kissed Island this summer. I got 2 bottles. Hell yeah. So damn good. I just need warm weather here. Oh, hey, man. You're going to get it. Tequila Blue. Good to see you, sir. Long time to see, Paul. Remember to like the stream. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. E, what's going on, my man? Prada Amber Pour Homme. Beautiful fragrance. That Fig Me Up has grown on me. Good. Rhubarb's not bothering you as much anymore. That's what I like to hear. We already talked about that. Drink tequila now. Speaking of tequila. Never got your nose on Ginger and Mist by Michael Malone. No, I have not. I have not. I don't think it's slept on as much as it just doesn't get talked about anymore because there's always new shit coming out. So classics kind of get left to the side. Prada Amber Pour Homme is kind of a classic in the last decade plus. It's over a decade that it's been out. I do use a massage gun, not when they're sore, to warm up an injection site and then after the injection. There's your transparency and honesty right there. Yeah, that's what I use my massage gun for. That's exactly what I use it for. That is what it was. That is what my wife bought it for. She surprised me, but I was like, "Wow, thank you." And she bought it like 2 years ago. I said, "That's going to come in handy. Thank you." There is no best. I know you meant best gourmand fragrance. It depends on your taste. There is no best. Everybody has a favorite. Best is just a search word that people use. Yes, because I'm in men's physique. I'm focused on why is it not clicking your comment? What is happening? I'm clicking comments and it's not pinning them. I apologize. It's going to pull me off for a second, but I'm clicking refresh on this window. So I apologize. What is happening? I don't know what the hell's going on. Sorry about that, guys. I had to refresh it, and it didn't work, so I had to go back and re-enter the studio. I don't know what the hell that was about, but we're back. I gotta reshare the yeah. There we go. We're back on YouTube too. There's a delay, so I was waiting to see that. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So I got to reshare my screen from when I go back and forth. There we go. All right, we got that back up. So why only one leg day? So I'm in men's physique. Legs aren't as important. When I was doing classic, I did legs twice a week, but I don't do classic physique anymore because it's just not the right division for me. No matter how hard I train my legs and twice a week with calories up, it's harder for me to grow them. I got decent legs. I don't have bad legs. I just don't have great fucking legs. So why only one leg day? I'm not a wellness chick or a guy with really good leg genetics. There's your simplified answer. Any jokes you'd like to crack so I could block you? Because I sure love that. Come on, go for it. Say some stupid shit. Let's get you out of here. Or if it's a genuine question, say, man, chill. I was just joking. Okay. All right. So, because people like to talk shit. When it comes to my physique, I don't play with stupid shit online. I really don't. So where was I? Aside from that, Beardsome, long time no see. Good to see you, sir. Lola Bo, another 13. Amber and Broxton, nice and warm fragrance. I like that one. Well, yes and no. Like, you don't want to change what got you to the dance, but depending on when the plan changes on what the current goal is, that's when it makes sense to change up the workout a little bit. Not necessarily to just shock the muscle, but it depends on what changes in your goals and your approach. Other things, when your nutrition and other things are going to change with it as well, and your physique's going to start to change, the training needs to change a little bit too. Okay, glad that all. God, this does smell good. Yeah, it's starting to smell more and more like Invictus Aqua 2016, 2024, the more it's drying down. Minsincere and Legend Leather, never tried. And Tales of Amber, never tried that either. Good to see you, Devin. First day in Northwest Pennsylvania, above 65. We're in Paradise Garden during the day, Collage Island here this evening. Double whammy of some LeBeau type fragrances. Sandalwood and or Palo Santo, my favorite fragrance for that is Business Over Pleasure, my first release. And as far as my favorite sandalwood fragrance, probably 802 or 3, I don't remember, from Bon Parfumer. I forgot which number it is. I think it's 802. No. Is it 803? It's not 803 either. Is it 801? No, it's not that either. What the fuck? Oh, it's 301. Yes. It's this. 301. Sorry. So it's very spicy, warm wood sandalwood. It's amber, cardamom. The cumin, don't let it scare you. It's not much. Just a little pinch of it, a little sprinkle. But it's super warm sandalwood, amber, cardamom are the main notes here. That's a beautiful fragrance from them. You can get them from discounters like 60, 70, 80 bucks range, under 100 bucks. Quality is really good. Performance is really good. It's a 301 from Bon Parfumer, speaking of, which is similar shape and style bottles and caps to this. Yeah, that one. That one specifically is my favorite. You know, my man Kalili Fragrance was talking about just blocking people that say stupid shit like this. My man, if you're worried about stuff like that, I would advise you to start growing your own food and collecting rainwater to filter to fucking drink. Okay? I hate when people ask me this stupid shit. Does it affect your endocrine system? Don't ask me stuff like that, please, sir. Even if you're being genuine. To anyone that asks about things like that, that's ridiculous. And if you eat any type of processed food, that's worse for you than spraying the fucking perfume oils on you. Okay? I am from Louisiana. Can you tell? Okay. I was just giving you a hard time because I get a lot of shit on the internet. Hence why I'm a little standoffish sometimes. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, what you trying to say? Yeah. So no harm, no foul. Like to collect fragrances and gift them as well. But perfume, do you think would be a good summer fragrance for a woman? The easy go-to answer here, and I like it myself also, is the women's version of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. It smells like a more floral-dominant version of Versace Mano Fresh. That's one of the most popular women's summer perfumes ever, ever, ever. Such a high seller. Like Aqua de Jo, original Aqua de Jo level sales, from what I understand. I don't know if she has that. The likelihood of her not liking it is low. I have a bottle for myself as well as my wife. It's really good. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Pour Femme, the original. That one. Yeah, that's hard to go wrong with right there. Kevin Hill, my man. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. All right, now with all the fodder, the back and forth, and the fucking with people, it is time to get into the one created by my main man, Claude Deer. Intelligent Silver. So I've heard Jeff feels it's kind of similar to Chanel L'Homme Sport. Randy says kind of, sort of, but not really. What am I going to think? Because I really don't know. Yes, if she doesn't have that, give that one a shot. Like I said, the likelihood of her not liking it, pretty low. Ooh, that's, hey, man. It might affect your endocrine system. Now I'm going to fuck with you over and over about that because you asked me that dumb shit. But that's a great fragrance. That's one that's very situational for me. Yeah, it smells good on anyone. If any fellas watching that hasn't given it that shot, if you like florals and you like Versace Mano Fresh, I'm telling you, that's amazing. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Parfum, it's amazing. Seraphine Blue, you can't go wrong there. That's 10 out of 10 for me. Anabolic Cologne, there you go. I've never tried that one. So any of the newer stuff in the last like 2-3 years, I haven't tried from Michael Malone. Been a while. Ocean Noir, still my favorite of what I have from them. I saw Attack of the Cologne, shout out to my guy Ruben, shared in his Instagram stories that they have what looks like a new aquatic coming based on the marketing that they put out. I'm thinking it's an Ocean Noir flanker personally. I'd be interested in checking that out. Open bodybuilding prediction, I don't know so much as like, honestly, guys, I think Wesley Vissers has classic in the bag. He walked out on stage and just looked better than everyone. But the only thing I'm actually really concerned with, my favorite bodybuilder, especially since my focus has been physique, I'm a Brandon Hendrickson guy. Brandon is the favorite. I'm fully expecting Brandon to win. That is what I am rooting for. That is what I want to see. From the Bay Area, Elisa Liu in her home, the Bay Area. Dior Sport is 77 right now. The Oracle, number 140. Hell yeah, good to see, Jeff. Light Blue Eau Intense Parfum, which I have a bottle of that one for myself as well. My wife does not have that. That's like a 9 out of 10 too. The women's Light Blue Eau Intense is just as good as the original. He didn't do good. His physique looks good. His posing was terrible. You missed my tangent about that a while ago. He desperately needs somebody to teach him how to pose. He does not know how to do mandatories. Like, not his little routine of him, which that needs work too, but like his actual mandatories where they're judging you side by side with people, he does not know how to do it. And I was hoping after a year of hearing people critique that he didn't know how to pose when he turned pro, that he would have hired somebody to teach him how to pose, man. And he didn't. It was really bad. So the bottle kind of does look like a L'Homme Sport. The choice color looks like a L'Homme Sport. It does. So it might smell it. It might be some credence to what Jeff's saying. I don't know. Randy said he kind of sort of disagrees. So I don't know. If you had a choice to collab with a brand, what brand would it be and why? What type of fragrance would be? So that's funny. So I have my 4th fragrance coming out with Zaharoff. I have zero interest in collaborating with any other brand. George is my best friend in the world. He allows me complete creative freedom to create at will and tell any story, and just his design work with packaging is brilliant when we collaborate on the packaging. I have zero desire to collaborate with a brand. Could hit me with the Novitus nonsense and offer me 300 plus grand like they used to, which isn't a reality. Nobody ever actually made that for many of those Novitus fragrances. Could hit me with that, you can make 300 grand with a fragrance, blah, 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 do this. No, it's more than how much money you're going to make, because what I get to do with George, I know I won't get to do with anyone else. It's that special. I hold what I get to do, and I know Justin does as well, with George and Zaharoff in that high of a regard that I'm not interested in creating with another brand. And I'm assuming you're new here if you're asking me this, because for the last 6 years, I've created 3. Now I have a 4th fragrance coming out with Zaharoff. So you must be new here, especially since you said you're from Louisiana. So you must be new here, my man. So let me get you caught up. Renewed strength, my man. I appreciate you. But you need to just type in TLTG Zaharoff, and you can go check out Business Over Pleasure, Evening Mystique, and Sunkissed Island are my first 3 fragrances. And we have a parfum version of Business Over Pleasure coming here in the spring. That's double the concentration. It's a 30% remixed fragrance from the very first release. So there's your answer, my man. Yeah, he looked great. And he had to drop out of a lot last year, man. I hated to see that. I haven't tried the new Dior Homme Intense. I haven't heard if it's any different. Yeah, he looked incredible. He just didn't know. He doesn't know how to showcase his physique. His posing's abysmal. It's laughable. I was embarrassed for him. I like Sam. I want to see Sam succeed. And I really like my old posing coach. You weren't here when I mentioned it earlier, probably. My old posing coach who turned pro at Universe last year. He won the overall for a classic physique in Mr. Universe last year. Dylan Castle, look him up. That's my old posing coach. That's my boy. That was my first posing coach. He offered to teach Sam how to pose for free in a post. He's like, Sam, I know you're strapped for cash because it's a joke. Sam's got millions of dollars. I'll pose you for free. And Dylan's a great posing coach. I pray that Sam would take him up on that because they know of each other. He's met him and all that stuff. I would love for Dylan to teach him how to pose because he needs to learn how to pose. He does. He needs to learn how to pose. Love is love. My mom has that one. My stepdad bought that for my mom last year. The Oracle. Great choice, Austin. Great choice. Going to cripple my endocrine system after this stream by drinking five Diet Cokes and spraying 5 ml of random Lattafa fragrance. Hell yeah. When I do a new one, it'll probably be in 2 years or so. We usually do every other year. But what we're doing is a re-release that's not the original, but it's based off the original with the parfum version. Because Business Over Pleasure was 15%. The new version is 30%. It drastically changes the balance of the fragrance. And the performance is drastically different too. So you guys will see. You guys will see. But down the road, I know what I would like to do. But I'm not going to tell you that because it's not time to tell you that. Because people steal ideas. Happens all the time. People steal. I'm not saying you're going to. You never know who's going to see this. People steal ideas. And if I do say so myself, my fragrances are fucking great. They are. The storytelling, the packaging, all of it. Been a subscriber for years. Big fan. I appreciate you, my man. One of the great ones that inspired me to collect fragrances. Keep up the great work. I appreciate you, sir. J Black Gaming. Appreciate you, my man. Trying to get to the bottom. We're going to dive into this one. Cover women perfume, but I ever thought about making a top 10. So I have done that before. It's been a long time, though. Jasada reached out. They have 2 new Ambassador Gold and Ambassador Gold. They're going to be sending my way. So I will be doing the new women's Ambassador fragrance as well. I'm very excited about that. And I did see the notes on Ambassador Gold in a post on Instagram. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to like this because they sent me Platinum, which was their last release. That was really good. Platinum's really, and I love the hell out of the original Ambassador. I like the original Ambassador more than the Intense. It smells like mango tropical sauvage to me. It's amazing. So I have high hopes for Ambassador Gold. No doubt. Yeah, I figured you were newer. Since you were asking those questions, it tells me you're kind of newer to the channel. So I figured I'd give you a quick backstory real quick. So yeah, TLTG X Zaharoff Business Over Pleasure was my first fragrance. Same names. Evening Mystique was my second. And then Sun-Kissed Island, which came out this past fall and flew off. It's in the box right here. But the artwork is the tattoo that's on this forearm. But this is Sun-Kissed Island. And then the cap is sand. Yeah. They sold out in 30 days. Then we used the oil that we were going to use for samples to fill some more bottles, and that sold out in another 2 weeks. So, but the initial bottles filled, which is the amount we normally do, they sold out in Justin sold out in 29 days. I sold out in 30 days. It's crazy. But that is a mint cardamom tequila lime opening, a little bit of creamy coconut in the dry down with some earthy florals. It's very solar and sandy. It's the ultimate beach fragrance, man. The ultimate beach fragrance. You missed out, unfortunately, but yeah. So with that said, guys, so it changes the balance of the fragrance. It's not time to talk about it, Kevin. I know you're going to buy it. Let's put it that way. I know you're going to buy it. When it's time to talk about it, we'll talk about it. I can't give y'all too much more yet. Oh, that's my favorite blue. It's 10 out of 10. I only have 4 10 out of 10s. That's one of them. Life gets in the way sometimes, man. I don't really wear a lot of stuff to the gym unless I'm testing something from a video I did that morning that I'll have on my hands or my wrist maybe. But I typically don't spray something that often to go to the gym. I like Iced. Oud Malaki or Amber Malaki. Ooh. I haven't tried Amber Malaki, but Oud Malaki is phenomenal. What you got for men's? LOL. I was just saying that. Who you got for men's? Oh, so yeah, men's physique, Brandon, all the way. Classic, it's clearly Wesley. Open, I don't know. I don't really pay as much attention to open because open itself doesn't interest me. Whereas classic and men's physique do. You know, that's the divisions I've competed in. I appreciate that. Greetings from Mexico. Good to see you, sir. Did my comment disappear? On there, I don't know, but on here, I've pinned your recent comments. When you mentioned the Oracle, that's the last one I recall seeing. Scrolling up. Yeah, the last one I remember seeing from you was you mentioning you were wearing Oracle. Yeah, right here. That was at 6:53 or 7 minutes ago. It's on. I mean, it's on StreamYard. I don't know if it's showing on YouTube side because I'm looking at StreamYard. And he just orders his gummies. Yeah, he's always advertising his gummies. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. I have no qualms in saying that. Which is the best imagination clone? For me, it would be between Hawas Cobra, which is a little bit more of a creamier twist, and Aqua Dubai and the Amber Oud line. But I haven't tried everything. Somebody in the chat might say something different is their favorite. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely post about it on the Zed Lounge. 100%. Yeah, if you're doing something with George, 100%. So, all right, we've been holding this in hand for so long. Let's spray it. Atomizer's actually lined up. I'm going to spray the line in the face. If this does smell like a Lorum Sport, I'm going to like it because I'm an Lorum Sport guy. Views on Ferragamo Spicy Leather. Check out my video from about 2 weeks ago. I just bought it recently. I got a video on that. I don't get a Lorum Sport. At least out in the air. I don't get a Lorum Sport. Up close might be a different story. Let's see. No, I don't get a Lorum Sport. This is a creamy wood, creamy citrus kind of smell. A little hint of maybe some dry pepper. Maybe. Yeah, I don't get a Lorum Sport here. Jeff, you crazy. If you see this from SoCal Sense, you crazy. Maybe a little bit. Because it does have this the creaminess to it. I can see the resemblance, but it's not. I don't get aquatic the way a Lorum Sport is, or a Missoni Wave, fragrances like that. But the way the creaminess and the citrus smells, I guess I could see where he's coming from there. But like I wouldn't call it like this isn't a dupe of it by any means. I don't even think it's really all that inspired by it, even though oddly enough, it's the same color bottle. This, this could rival hydrogen for the better signature scent, just for my taste. Like I could see myself wearing this one every day, even more so than hydrogen. This might be my favorite one. At least this opening. Oh, and it just dawned on me. No wonder I like it so much. Claude made it. I just like Claude's work. I'm so familiar with Claude's work. I have so much of his library, plus I've worked so closely with him. And I got, whoop, didn't mean to knock that, but I've got mods upon mods of everything George has done over the years, plus my fragrances that Claude's done. And that's just one little pile right there. I got so many lab samples from Mon, that stuff that Claude's created. I mean, in my possession, little bottles like this that Claude has made. I have from modifications, different concentrations and so on. I've probably got, for real, 200 of these. Think about it. Almost 7 years of being George's go-to guy for testing every fucking thing that Claude creates for him. Literally everything, even stuff that never sees the light of day, which there's a lot of that stuff. Plus all the different stuff he's created, the different mods and everything, concentrations for the 3 fragrances, which now 4 that he's created for me. Yo, this is the one. Intelligent Silver is the one. Let's go to the tail of the tape, shall we? This is the one. Well, certain ones I don't like. It's not just you. I'm not a big imagination guy either. I like the clones more than the original, actually. But I love Pacific Chill and Afternoon Swim and Orage. But as far as like just about everything else, I'm good on everything else. Their really fresh stuff is amazing for me. But this is the one. Yes, silver is the one. Clean, collected, sophisticated. Agree, agree, agree. Our flagship office fragrance. That's exactly why I like it. Designed to embody professionalism and class. Because office fragrances are my favorite. Blues and office fragrances. That's what a lot of my collection is built upon. My first fragrance, Business Over Pleasure. It's an office fragrance. It was built for a business professional. It's made to be worn in a warmer climate. I was in Houston, Texas when we made it. I was selling Mercedes, wearing a suit and tie half the week. It was for the business professional. This is a very woody, creamy, citrusy business professional's signature scent. Silver opens with refined freshness from lemon zest, coriander, neroli, freesia, and aldehydes. That makes sense because it's bright, it's fresh. There's that little sprinkle of dry pepper I was talking about. It's coriander, actually. Remember I mentioned kind of a little bit of a dry pepper smell? It's coriander. Neroli's not making it super soapy. Any of you that don't like neroli, it's not dominant. Notice I never said a word about neroli, but freesia makes sense. And you want to know why freesia makes sense? Claude Deer loves to use freesia, patchouli, myrrh. That's his 3 favorite notes to work with. If you look at Claude Deer's library, when he has some flexibility and some creative control on what he's creating for a brand, when they don't just say, here's the parameters, we want this, when he has some level of control, he's going to incorporate those into the profile to get to that level of freshness, that level of earthiness, that level of warmth, that resinous quality you look for. He puts freesia in a lot of stuff. When he wants to freshen a fragrance without adding citrus or adding aquatic notes or adding lavenders and stuff like that, he goes freesia. It's a fresh floral that doesn't give you a real flowery smell. There's a little quick lesson in the mind of Claude Deer. So I'm not surprised to see this at all. As it settles, geranium, tonka, amber, and pepper, so there is pepper, and violet add warmth and subtle complexity. In the base, cedar and brox and sandalwood and white musk create a smooth and dignified finish that feels formal, masculine, and elevated. This fragrance presents a crisp, elegant character that remains unmistakably composed and confident. I like it. This is the one. This is the 9. This is the 9. This is the one to beat. Hydrogen is bumped. I'm wearing this tomorrow. Intelligent. Shout out to Claude for always doing a great job. That slight spiciness and woody element is coming out more and more. That lemon zest, the lemon faded, that citrus, that creamy citrus is faded. The aldehydes aren't super strong here. It kind of goes hand in hand with the freesia, adding this fresh, bright smell to it. Notice how excited I'm getting talking about this one, because as it's developing, the more I'm getting into it, the more I am enjoying it. Silver is suitable for all seasons, but best suited for cooler weather. I don't completely agree with that last part. While I see it working fine in cooler weather, if you want a little bit of freshness, but still having some depth, yes, it will work in cooler weather, but I think this is a year-round fragrance. While this has been dubbed our office fragrance, it excels at most all formal and professional settings. That I completely agree with. 20% extrait de parfum, which is kind of really an EDP, because you can start getting above 20% to get into the extrait. But this is the one to beat for me. This is my favorite, guys. This is 9 out of 10. Intelligent Silver is 9 out of 10. Derek was right with thinking I would like this one, and I don't think it's just because Claude made it. I think it's because I'm such a fan of Claude's creativity and the way he works, and I know him so well at this point. I don't know. It just, man, when Claude makes an office fragrance, it's a banger every fucking time for me, you know? This is it. That's what I'm wearing tomorrow. Yep. That is tomorrow's weapon of choice, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Home run. Main comparisons, a little slight bit of a L'Oreal Sport because of the way the creaminess and freshness comes across, but not really. Kind of its own thing. It'll definitely make you feel like it belongs in an office professional's wardrobe. If you work indoors, even if it's not necessarily business professional, but let's say you work inside sales, you work retail, just inside in general, not outdoor labor work. Yeah, there's a fragrance for that. 100% signature scent worthy kind of stuff. Offers some depth, some freshness at the same time. Coconut Lagoon is amazing. Last night I shaved and went with it. Shiaka and Marley fragrances, not projecting scents. Shiaka, space, period, space, and Marley fragrances, period, not projecting scent. Now, look, I have to give you a hard time for your god-awful grammar. We're all big boys and girls. We all know how to spell, type, and punctuate. Let's try a little bit here. Let's try a little bit. Unless you say, bro, it's cooked on God and all the, you're a 20-year-old dumbass of this generation. Unless you're that. That's the only time I guess I understand, because it's just the way they speak and type. But let's try a little bit. Let's fucking try to actually make sense of what we type here, please. Thank you. Cruising through space. Okay, took me a second, but we got there. Prada L'Homme Intense and Club Nuit limited edition Parfum Smoky Magic. Yes, 3 sprays. Boss level office stuff. I mean, yeah, shit works amazing too. 9 out of 10 office. 9 out of 10 offices hate colognes. I can't wear shit in the office. All these old ladies complain so much. That is a real thing. My chiropractor has a sign that says fragrance-free space. They ain't never said nothing to me yet, because you know TLTG's walking in with fragrance on. And my chiropractor's on me doing scraping and shit with a knee right next to my lower back, working my rhomboids and shit, digging in. I told him it feels like you're ripping my skin. He's like, I kind of am in a way. So, and he ain't say a word. So, and that's a fragrance-free space. It just depends on how many Karens you work with. Usually fellas ain't gonna say shit. It's the older ladies that for some reason just, I don't know, they got issues with it. I'm sorry to hear that. But look, you did so much better in this comment than you did in the one where I had to criticize you. See, I know you can do it. You can do it. I'm proud of you here. Proud of you. Good to see you, sir. Ooh, well, Seraphine Blue from Zaharoff is going to be first, because that's my 10 out of 10. Raja Parfums Isola Blue. That's my other 10 out of 10 blue. That's my top 2 right there. I love me some Sedley from Parfums de Marly. I really do. That's a really good blue. I would even consider Percival in there, but that's nuclear performing. That's a lot if you're looking for great performance. Those come to mind really immediately. Office fragrances. See, and the more I click your stuff, you redeemed yourself in the last one, then you said something really stupid. Office fragrances aren't real. Are you real? Or are you a bot that's programmed to say dumb shit? Your own personal experience isn't the whole fucking world, dude. That's just your experience. Office fragrances aren't real. That's almost enough to get you blocked. That's so fucking stupid. I can't believe you typed that. Like, you redeemed yourself with this one. This one, you were doing good here. No, not this one. This was the one I had to criticize. You were doing good here. I'm going up. Turns out you started with a really bad one. So let's see if you redeem yourself, or you say something smart ass and I will get you blocked. I don't know. We're in my house. It's going to be my way. So just letting you know. I like the way the live is now. Well, I see you're watching on the vertical. So we have the option to do both. So I do both. That way, whoever prefers whichever format, there you go, you know. And I got both pulled up so I can see when I'm in the frame. I know I was a little off on the one you're watching. Now I'm in frame. Hope you don't mind me trying to lose some weight. Why would I mind you trying to lose some weight? I'm proud of you. Do that. Doing max incline at a slow walk pace before lifting. It'd be more effective after. If weight loss is your goal, fasted cardio in the morning. Wake up, do a little stretching, get some fluid in you, and I mean just water, no calories. You can get some caffeine if you want to, but I wouldn't let it be coffee or anything with sugar. Maybe a caffeine pill. You can get them at Walmart, the Jet Alert and stuff like that. You can buy 100 milligram and 200 milligram pills for like $8. Try a 100 milligram pill. I don't know what your tolerance is. If you need the little energy boost in the morning for a stimulant, and do fasted cardio. Slow, high incline, steady state, like a 3 to 3.5 mile an hour. If you can do treadmill, 6 to 8 incline. Start at 3, do a 6 incline, work your way up from there. If you're going to do an elliptical, don't go higher than a level 3. Do you start off 30 minutes? Maybe I'm doing 45 minutes right now. I like the elliptical. But morning fasted. That's the way. If weight loss is your goal, you should do fasted cardio. If you're overweight, fasted cardio every morning, 7 days a week. That will make a big difference for you. Obviously, you need to clean up your nutrition and your diet and the way you eat. Get more meals in, but better meals and cleaner meals that make more sense for your metabolic rate. You need to understand what your base metabolic rate is. If you want to get serious, we could get you losing weight with a couple simple things that you just got to stick to. And then lift heavy and lift with intensity and intent when you do lift. So it would turn into 2 workouts a day. However you do 3, 4, 5 workouts a week, but fasted cardio every morning. That's the route. That's the key right there, my man. Uh-oh, something happened to Jeff Nippard? I have to look into that after. I really don't know. He's like very hit or miss with the shit he's saying. Not really, because it's kind of Virgin Island water, but it's not Virgin Island water. Because it's sugary sweet, hence why it's in their gourmand line. It's caramel and vanilla. You know, it's 3 different citruses, and the coconut is very candy-like. Makes the citrus smell like Skittles, caramel and vanilla. You know, it's very sweet candy-like fragrance, more so than Virgin Island water. Miami's some good stuff, that's for sure. I have Strong With You Powerfully is one of the decants Randy sent. And Purple Melancholia, Valentino reached out like 2 weeks ago. I'm expecting that PR any day now. I got Polo 67 EDP Extreme. That came today. I'm going to do that video in the morning. After is better. Yeah, I mean, if you only have time to do one workout, I agree with him. Do your cardio after. But if you the better route, the optimal route is fasted cardio in the morning. But he's right. If you only have I can go to the one place the one time during the day, yeah, lift first, cardio after. I agree with him. I have not tried either of those. Journeyman is amazing. I'm with you on that. Journeyman is fantastic. A dry, smoky tobacco, juniper berry. It's amazing. Train with just a banana and pre-workout bananas. I have a banana pre and post right now during my growth phase, and then while we're still kind of recomping right now before we're going into a deficit. Same for me. Banana pre and post. So my post is 2 scoops of whey isolate, 60 grams of dextrose powder, and a banana. Nope. Not so much. I don't think it is. I think the citrus and the orange blossom are heightened. The spices are toned back. The citrus and the orange blossom's heightened in the limited edition. Oh, damn. Damn. Yes, man. That's terrible. Oh, that fucking sucks. God, that fucking sucks, dude. No, I'm not a personal trainer. I've just learned a lot and gotten a lot of experience, which over the years I always have. I was raised by bodybuilders. My first job when I was 15 was at a gym. My dad was a competitive bodybuilder. Once I got serious in the last few years, I've got a lot of mentors. I've had 2 really good coaches. Plus I've had a really good posing coach. On top of that, I've learned so much. I got a kid ready for stage this past December. Got him natural, got him shredded and dry and peeled without anabolics. He's perfectly natural. Looked great. Shots to Max. I've just learned a lot where I'm able to help more. You know, I'm at a point to where I can just about do whatever with my physique, depending on the nutrition and everything and the goals. That's a gatekeep for you, huh? So for me, it's kind of a tie between Epic Man and Reflection Man. I kind of go back and forth. After these 2, I'm diving into the next fragrance because we hit a peak with Intelligent Silver, guys. That's the one to beat for me. No, it's an aftershave and shave soap that I recommend with it. They got Sphinx Beard, Coconut Caribbean Island, which that's a Virgin Island water clone, or St. Bart's from Ariana and Evans, which is a Virgin Island water clone. I use Dove for Men soap, the green bar, or when I can find a good bulk pack, Clean Comfort, the baby blue color one. That's my favorite one. But I use bar soap with quarter moisturizer. Dude, oh man, that's a masterpiece. Don't get me wrong, Seraphine Blue is my 10 out of 10, but I was telling George the other day, for every awesome thing that comes out the house, Rosé is the magic. It's the magic of the brand. It really is. Yeah, it's special, man. If I had to have one, Nitro Red Intensely. That's not even close. Yeah, it was, yeah. And it's not just the rating. It's just if I had to just spray one of the 3, I'm going to spray that one. Luna Rossa Carbon, Luna Rossa Ocean, very different. Very, very different. Luna Rossa Carbon's the Sauvage type profile. Luna Rossa Ocean is caramel sweet. Very, very different. Push-pull legs, 3-day or 4-day full body workout. What do you think would be better for someone who's familiar with it? Just want to get back into lifting. What's up, Kayla? The easiest thing just to get you going, do push-pull legs, day off. Push-pull legs, day off. Push-pull legs, day off. If you can handle that workload, push-pull legs, day off. Yep, get you, I would say, 3 really good chest exercises, maybe an incline, decline, and a fly. It'll cover all the bases. It's more important than a regular press to do incline and decline, or if you want to do like a chest-focused dip machine and lean forward. But incline, decline, fly, side laterals of some kind, and I would say rear delts on your pull day. So don't worry about rear delts on your chest day, on your push day. Maybe like a front raise, maybe like 3 and 3. So incline, decline, fly, military press, side lateral raise, front raise, and then at least one variation of a tricep extension, whether it's a V-bar or a tricep rope. You can obviously tweak this as you get going and you start doing single arm, reverse grip, and you get more advanced later. Just pick one good tricep exercise and roll with that. On pull, do a lat pull down, do a good variation of a mid-back row, do rear delt flies on the pec deck, and I would say add a third back movement like a single arm dumbbell row, leaning over. Make sure you pull low. Don't pull high. You don't want elbows out. Pull low. Extend out really well. 2 bicep exercises. Something to work the inner head, something to work the outer head. So something simple, standing dumbbell curl, then standing hammer curls. Keep it simple. Or like a preacher curl and then a standing hammer curl. Just keep it simple with that. Legs, do a squat variation, do a leg press, do a hamstring curl, do a leg extension, do some calf raises. If you can fit in RDLs, fit in RDLs. Look them up so you can work the long extension of your hamstring, because you're going to work the short side of it just doing leg curls. And then you could always change into Bulgarian split squats, and you can alter stuff later. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple early on. I know that's a lot, but you can always replay this. You can always replay this over and over to write stuff down. So we got 2 more fragrances, guys. We're hour 23 minutes in. We've lost a few because we're talking fitness. A bunch of lazy fat fucks that done ran off. We don't want to hear you talk about working out, even though people are asking you questions and advice, Ross. You lazy fuckers that are leaving. I'm just kidding, man. Just because I'm into it doesn't mean you have to be into it. It's all good. Ooh, Le Male Le Parfum. Yeah, I like the Irish fragrance more. I'm an Irish guy. I don't know. They mentioned sending me the new Born Aroma flanker, but I don't think they mentioned the other ones. Rosé and Citrine, yeah, those are amazing. I'm good. They don't have 10 out of 10 fragrances. They have clones. You think clones are 10 out of 10 is what you just said. You just said clone fragrances are 10 out of 10. No. Now, if you want to categorize them as, to me, these are 10 out of 10 for the clone category, okay. But you mean fragrance as a whole, they're 10 out of 10? Stop it. You're talking to the wrong channel. No. There's no 10 out of 10 clones unless you're just categorizing clones. Because when I rank a clone, I'm categorizing them in the clone world, not against niche fragrances. Like, this is a 10 compared to this 10. No. Not all of my 9s are the same. They're categorized, niche, designer, inspired / dupe. You know what I mean? Like, they're categorized. So, yeah, I do not agree with you at all. 1,000% disagree with you. Nothing, because I got a spray tan on and I don't want to make it blotchy and run. People ask me that all the time. Anytime somebody asks me that, it's because they don't compete. Yeah, no fragrances worn the day of the show. Definitely not. And men's physique. I used to do classic. I dabbled in men's physique my last show. I hadn't, really refined the posing and everything to really showcase the physique properly, but I've since changed my physique this past year with a bigger, wider chest, bigger delts, much wider, thicker back to fit the division more. And I've refined my posing. I've been working on my posing since the day I stepped off stage last June. we're ready to have a really good showing in men's physique this year, Open and Masters, even against the Young Bucks in Open. That's the way to do it. If you just wanting to dive into it, just get in better shape, get your strength up, get your tendons healthy and stuff in your joints, push pull legs, you can't go wrong. Just do that. Keep it simple. I don't have a history with them. I don't like the owner. That's the history. That's it. I appreciate that, E. Thank you, man. No problem. And look, just like I said, work on the stuff, because if you look up the names of those fragrances, I mean, not fragrances, those exercises I mentioned, just in case you're not familiar with them, there's diagrams, there's videos, there's all easy stuff to access on Google. Super easy to look up what I'm talking about, because you want to get your form down, right? You want to have it. I mean, I'm sure you've lifted weights before, but to really target what you're trying to do is always the best. You know, you're either moving weight or you're training. You want to be training. You don't want to just be moving weight, right? Yeah, I always do RDLs too. I do RDLs right before I go do leg extensions and then standing calf raises. I do calf raises on the leg press in between my leg press sets. Best oud fragrance. I actually did a shorts video. I think it's on the sneaker channel like a year ago. It's only missing like 80, 90 hats. And that may sound like a lot of hats, but I got like 700 hats. So one season, probably spring or fall. The transitional seasons are the best because everything works. Tell my form's lacking, taking 2 years off. Yeah, it just takes time, man. You just got to get back in the rhythm. All right, we got 2 more. Yeah, you just got to get back in the rhythm. Let's go with gold. I love gold. Actually, I'm more of a white gold kind of guy. But, I mean, that's white gold. I like white gold. I'm not a yellow gold guy. I do like rose gold, though. Telling you, one of these days, 2-tone Yachtmaster 40 Ever Rose Gold with chocolate dial. That will be in my possession one day when the time is right. One day I'm going to buy that Rolex. It ain't today, but one day. A lot of people get date justs and stuff like that. Yachtmaster 40, very specific one. I'll never forget the day I tried one on at Rolex. And I was like, yep, this one. Because I had already had it in my head I wanted it. Then I tried one on at a Rolex dealer. I was like, oh, yeah, this is it. This is going to be a fingerprint magnet right here, boy. But it's gold. It's very tight. Tight like a tiger. All right. Atomizer's lined up. Let's spray the sun. Really good spray. Atomizer's really good on these bottles. Ooh, this one actually clicks. So, ooh, that's a darker fragrance. Spices and woods, but see that click. So that's how they're supposed to fit. This one fits really well. Let's see what we're working with here. Ooh, Gourmandi. This one's sweet. Dark and sweet. What is that? It's like honeyed. Honeyed orange and vanilla? Maybe. Gold is the one I liked. We got a vote from Blaine for it being really good. Yes and no. So I got TLTG Fitness, but it's mainly just shorts videos of me posing when I was in prep, because I don't really have time to do any like vlog workouts and stuff like that. There will come a time that I'll be able to do that, but it's not like not over the next 6 or 8 months. I would like to get to that at some point. That's why I created the channel, but it's just kind of a weekly update thing while I'm in prep last season. And then now I started doing it again this season. TLTG Fitness. If you go to my main page on here, you can see my sneaker channel and the fitness channel, TLTG Kicks and TLTG Fitness. What is that? It's almost like a little chocolatey too, like a cocoa or a cacao. But if the main place to follow me for fitness related stuff is Instagram at ross.jc12, that's my actual fitness page. I got 3 different pages on Instagram. I got one for the sneakers, one for the fragrance, and one for fitness. think we have similar taste of fragrance, so I always hear your opinions. Wish you the best. I sure appreciate that. Thank you. I don't know. I just wear the one. I got the one EDP, the old EDP, the new Parfum, which is amazing. I strongly encourage you to try the new Parfum. Oh my God. That's one of the best designers released so far this year. And I've got Luminous Night and the red one, Mysterious Night. I don't have Royal Night. That's the only one I'm missing. And I have the one EDP Intense, the black bottle. I have the one gray. I don't have Gentleman. I got most of the one line. Grape Ape. Ooh, wow. That's like Welch's grape soda carbonated with grape bubble gum. That's amazing. Anybody that wants an amazing grape fragrance, that. What is that? It's more chocolatey than it is vanilla to me. Yes, VIP Black I think is fantastic, but the problem is VIP Black Elixir that came out last year was one of the best designers of the year. That was top 2 for me. I encourage you to get VIP Black Elixir instead. It still has the vanilla, licorice, anise, all that good stuff, but it's much, much, much spicier and stronger. It's really freaking good. That was the second time. I already explained that. It retyped again. Really? This has a little bit more gourmand action going than something like the one. Last time I mentioned BPC, I got clipped by some little cocksucker on fucking TikTok that was using me to sell BPC pills. Nope. Not falling for it, because you might be setting me up. Even if you're not. Not falling for it. Yes, I have used the first one, but not the second one. And I'm not saying shit, because I'm telling you, that little teen skinny neck little bastard, if I ever catch that little shit that used me to market shit to sell on TikTok shop, to having people I know from back home message me about it, to have people ask me in the gym if I sell peptides, I'm not joking. I'm telling you, if I ever see you little shit, if you're watching this, I'm going to wring your fucking neck. I will take the charge. I got bond money and a short temper, you little bastard. I'm not playing. That shit pissed me off. I still get asked about to this day, because I did not authorize that. I was used to market something, and too many people asked me about it. So, because it went around on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, and I still get asked about that shit. Yes, I'm saying this in camera publicly. I ever see you, you little shit, I ever find out who you are, I'm going to wring your little fucking neck, because it sounded like a little twink, little shithead 20-year-old. When I saw his hand and heard his voice, he's a little bastard. Telling you, that was some bullshit. That pissed me off. I don't like that kind of shit. To use and abuse somebody, to clip farm off of one of my fragrance live streams, to try to sell some product that I've never tried. Oral pills? No, never tried those. Never have. And I'm telling you, I've got stopped at my gym and asked about that by people that I see on a regular basis. That's how around that shit went. Yeah. You might be setting me up right now, because I don't know you. I don't recognize your profile. You might be setting me up right now. I don't know. If you're not, I apologize. And I'm probably not talking to you about the neck wringing, but that message is out there for the little bastard that did do it, if he does happen to see it. You better hope I never find out who you are and see you, little shit. Has absolutely nothing to do with me, sir. We're not going to talk about things like that here on this channel. I just sent my PR Gold and hydrogen, which arrived today. So it's not you. So you're not setting me up, and I appreciate that. But it triggered something that did happen, as you could tell by everything I just said. That actually happened, and that really, really, I mean, people I grew up with messaging me, asking me about it. Like, I don't know how many people saw that know who I am or know me and bought this shit thinking I support it, because I don't know what was in that. It's supposedly oral pills of BPC that, no, the injectable is what I've used, and it does work great. And if I see that clip, I'm telling you, I'm gonna find out IP addresses and fly to this little bastard. And I'm telling you, if I see that shit end up doing it again, because the one time I had a live stream conversation about that shit got clip farmed and actually went viral because it was an account that was doing the shit to Joe Rogan and other people too. So I should be flattered, but I'm not. It caused me a lot of inconvenience because it was like I'm co-signing and advertising and putting my stamp of approval and my name behind some product I've never fucking used for some company I've never fucking heard of. So you can understand my frustration right now. And then this has been going on for over a year. Yeah, that was not fucking cool. So currently sniffing on, back to what we're really here for. Intelligent Gold. We're on the 4th fragrance. And this one, supposedly, according to the chat, supposed to be kind of like Dolce & Gabbana the one. I'm getting more gourmand elements to it than that. In fact, let's get away from me wanting to wring some little bastard's neck that screwed me over here, and let's look at fragrances. Now, this one's $100. This one's more expensive. This one's $20 more than the others. Rich, charismatic perfection, an opulent fragrance that captures the essence of refined masculinity. Gold opens up with a sweet, bold blend of grapefruit, basil, and coriander. That's not really what I'm getting here, though. I'm getting something honey-like. Not even necessarily honey, but that's making this sweet, syrupy-like smell. Transitioning seamlessly, ginger, orange blossom, pepper, cardamom, vanilla. Yes, I get vanilla. Forming a rich, captivating composition. Gold settles into a deep and enduring finish, featuring a warm and inviting aura of amber, tobacco, musk, cedar, and benzoin, creating a seductive and irresistible allure. I could see why they would say the one, because of amber, tobacco, and vanilla and pepper. Like, sure, I get a little bit of that, but there's like this richer sweetness to this that doesn't smell like typical Dolce & Gabbana the one. Yeah, benzoin, tobacco for sure. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Just got here. Epic 56. I've never tried that one. I've always wanted to. Yes, sir. Well, he's saying, sorry, man. So I got to take him for his word. He might not be, but it triggered what did happen to me once already. Have bond money and a short temper. Yes, I do. Airfare, bond money, and a short fucking temper. Yes, I do. And in situations like that, I will execute those things. Really into fitness myself, and Andrew was just wondering. So that's what I'm saying. I'm taking you for your word. So I wasn't speaking directly at you. You brought up something that was bullshit that happened to me about that, where I got clip farmed and used and abused. I ain't make $1. I ain't sign off on a damn thing. I ain't never tried the product. I tried getting them shut down. I would have had to seek legal action, which I didn't want to spend the money. I'd rather spend the money on the airfare and the bailment, honestly. But then I'd have to spend money on legal probably. So not worth it. Yeah, because I doubt he's going to sign a waiver before I beat the dog shit out of him. Seraphim Red, tomorrow will be blue. Yeah, that shit went all over. It really did. You see how that triggered me quick, right? Oh, buddy, you're going to love Oracle. Everybody's been loving Oracle that's gotten it so far. It's kind of an agreement that it's Zaharoff's best fragrance. No, that's what I'm saying. It's not you. You just brought up the thing without knowing that something happened when it came to that, actually. Yeah, I just did recognize it. That's why I was like, you might be setting me up. I don't know. Because that shit did happen. Because I had no idea it happened until it happened. And the only reason I even found out, somebody I went to school with reached out to me to ask me, man, is that shit really working? He sent me the link. Because they blocked me on TikTok so I wouldn't see that they used me. Because it started on TikTok and it made its way to Facebook. My friend that I grew up with saw it on Facebook. He sent me the Facebook link. And I then found it on TikTok, and it was all over the place. It literally went viral. Hundreds of thousands of views on Facebook, a couple million views on TikTok. It literally went viral. Didn't benefit me any, but it sure made it look like I was supporting something that I've never tried and I had no idea of. So yeah, that was a very sensitive issue. When BPC comes up on my channel in a live stream, I'm very particular about talking about it because I've been burned with talking about BPC on my live streams. It's weird, right? This is really good. Yeah, this shit happened, right? This is old stuff, but it got brought up basically. I kind of get the Dolce & Gabbana the one comparison, not so much. I think this one, The earthiness doesn't strike me as tobacco specifically, but at the same time, there's this thickness to the sweetness tying with the earthiness. It doesn't completely come across like the one does. Maybe because the oils are of higher quality to me, that's making it smell a little richer and a little bit different. But I would say maybe 50% the one. Like, I see the comparison. I understand the walking of the path of it, but I think this is another like 8.25. This is a really good evening fragrance. This is one I would say cooler weather date night. This is the date night fragrance of the bunch. Again, I haven't tried Argon yet. Again, there's 10 fragrances. I just have 5 of them here. I haven't tried this one yet. But of the 4 I've tried now, Gold is the date night fragrance. Gold has that sex appeal, that sensuality, that sweetness, that allure. Never a dull moment. Yeah, for sure. That's why people tune in, right? I know that's why you tune in. You love a good Ross rant. This is really good. It's relatable, but not identical in any way, shape, or form to the one. I would say it's a yes and no. Is it similar to? Kind of. Is it not similar to? Kind of. Does that make sense? Like, I could see maybe some inspiration to that one with this particular fragrance. I'm gonna go 8.25 on that one. That's really good. We haven't had a dud yet. Like, not even close to having a dud yet. Ooh, we'll have to do that in a video. That's a good video idea. 2-ounce bottles. Not doing 4-ounce. Because what 4-ounce bottles would cost, y'all would not be happy. Because they're not what the Z Creators 2 costed. George's standard price for 4-ounce bottles is $195 now. So, what's up, Randy? So, I'm with you on hydrogen, but my favorite is silver. And I get like a little bit of Allure Sport, like the creaminess of the citrus in the woods, maybe, but not so much. Like, I get why the bottle you would think that with the, like, not you, but why Jeff would think that because of the bottle color alone. But that's my favorite. I give this one a 9. This is an everyday me fragrance. Hydrogen and H2O, I gave 8s. I was going to wear hydrogen tomorrow. Then I got to silver and was like, no, I like this one more. And then those are great everyday wears too. But we just did gold. I gave it 8.25. I kind of get the Dolce & Gabbana the one comparison, but it's richer. It's earthier. So the same but different, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would say when it comes to silver, I'm thinking 30-40% similar. Like, it's there. I can understand the tie-in, but I would not call it in any way really similar to it, you know? Ooh, yeah, I haven't been back to it in a while. The woods have really set in too. That freshness, that kind of creamy aromatic side of it has calmed down. The musk has even gotten a little hunkiness to it, you know, just a little bit. I like it. Making sense. Uh-oh. We got Jason in the house. You changed the logo. Yeah, Fragcom is a business. That's Jason Bircher, for those of you who didn't know. Yeah, that's Jason. Good to see you, Jason. So, let's see. I haven't been to Making Sense. That Big Cartel. Yes, this is where you get it. I don't know if he still has it in stock, but this is the website. Making Sense, making with an IN, not an ING. makingsense.bigcartel.com. And Grape Ape is one of his best sellers. $17 ml in stock, 30 ml in stock, 50 ml in stock. So all 3 bottle sizes are in stock. It is super grape dominant. Look, grape, berries, grape seed, Concord grape, ambergris water, and Broxton. Fucking incredible. If you like grape, this is your fragrance. There's nothing that comes close to it when it comes to a grape fragrance. I promise you that. What about AJ Styles? What's the best product if you're going to go on a date for a man? Well, it depends on your taste. It's very taste driven, man. You don't want to just guess because you don't know what the girl's going to like. You want to go with something that you feel confident wearing. since you don't know what will or will not work with the lady you're going on a date with what she'll like and won't like, you got to go with something that's going to bring confidence, make you exude confidence. So you want to pick something that you really enjoy wearing. Like, man, I smell like one sexy motherfucker wearing this. So you need to get out and sample. Don't just go off recommendations that influencers and content creators are going to tell you and just go spending money without trying something. I would encourage you to go to a Macy's or something and just try some stuff. Maybe get some ideas from content, but go try them. And then you can go online and buy them so you can get them at a discounted rate, because designers are going to be the way to go for first dates and stuff like that until you really dive into up in your game, into niche. Because I mean, yeah, you're new. That's what I'm saying. Because if you want to really like go hard or go home, I'll tell you French Defense from Mind Games, and that shit's $300 something, and it's a syrupy, boozy, cherry, spicy fragrance. You may hate it. I think it's a fucking masterpiece, and there's nothing sexier on the planet for me to wear, according to me and my wife. I want to kiss on my fucking neck when I wear that shit. It's so sexy. But that might not be the case for you. See what I'm saying? So I would strongly encourage getting out and just trying some stuff. Go with darker, sweeter, spicier, that kind of stuff. Go that range. That's the way to go. Try things like that. I have date night fragrance videos. If you want to get some ideas, type in TLTG date night. And there's going to be videos that are going to pop up. Just check out some recommendations. And what I would say is maybe write you a couple down that sound interesting to you and go try them. And just go try them. Don't just go buying shit because I say it's good. Go try some stuff. That's the best course of action, I think. I haven't tried Amber Oud Carbon from Al Haramain. I don't know. Cool Water's awesome, though. Iconic, all-time great. Yeah, it's special. It's like grape bubblegum mixed with grape soda, mixed with Welch's grape juice. It's amazing because the ambroxan kind of gives it a little bit of fizziness, the ambergris ambroxan, almost like carbonation to the soda. It's amazing. Speaking of Cool Water, I forgot they have a new release. The Saffron Mineral. Yeah, I want to try. The bottle looks great in that deep red, the gold. So Black Cab, I'm going to wait. I haven't heard anything on it. I've seen the bottle. I've seen the notes, but I haven't heard any opinions. I'm going to wait. You know. Oh, package came today, by the way, Randy. I appreciate that. Polo 67 EDP Extreme, my PR came today, too. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Weekly rotation Sunday, and then probably Monday, I'm going to grab one of the decants you sent me, and I'm going to start doing some first impressions on some new releases. So I appreciate you hooking me up. For those of you who didn't know, because I'm buying a house, I kind of got to put a pause on the extracurricular buying. And Randy's like, well, I got all these new releases, man. I can send you some decants so you can still do content on them and check them out. So I took him up on it. My man shot me a bunch of decants my way. So Randy's good as gold. Good friend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's all about preference. It's a confidence thing. When you're picking a date night fragrance for a first date, it's a confidence thing. You want to wear what makes you confident. That in itself will probably change how she would have thought about how it smelled on you because of how you're presenting. Your aura, your energy, how you're coming across and conducting yourself is going to be the biggest proponent. Because if you're picking a date night designer, you're not really going to pick wrong. The likelihood of her not liking it's pretty low. Her loving it to liking it will vary in range, but not liking it low. So it's more about you. It's more about you in this situation for first date. When you ranking videos last month, bought French Defense. Hell yeah, Check Please is really good too, but not as good as French Defense. Sales rep gave me samples of the line. Looking forward to test. Hell yeah, man. Oh God, French Defense. You just heard what I had to say about it. Fragcom is a business. It is. That's why when you find somebody that's you can tell is shooting you the fuck straight, you might want to pay a little more attention to them than to click my link below. Click my link. It's now on sale in the TikTok shop. That's all they care about. I want to make money too, but I'm also more interested in making the video and talking about how much something excites me, doesn't excite me. First impression, get to see the new experience and see what I think. And get some, you guys are going to watch. You know what I mean? The longevity is you guys, not the quick buck. The quick bucks come and go. You can make the bucks here and there, but you guys are what matters. You guys are the value. Without you guys, what the fuck even is making the content, right? Nobody's watching. Nobody cares. What does it matter? Making brands happy is not as important as making you guys happy. That's not even close. Not even close. So he's not wrong. Ever since he started, because he changed the name way before he changed the picture to Fragcom as a business, because there's truth to it. There's a shitload of sellouts. Shit fucking load of sellouts in this space. That's why I pride myself on being the original asshole that I am. Some people don't like me and I rub them the wrong way. Fuck them. I don't care. I don't care. Can't do vanilla fragrance. That's understandable. I love vanilla. I'm a hashtag vanilla is life kind of guy. You know, remember, like I said, I'm a tatted asshole. You know, there's some dumbasses were saying, you tattooed your asshole. I block stupid shit, by the way, in case you didn't notice by now. They need to make one that says bleached asshole. That was another comment. Like, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm a tatted asshole. Pretty simple to understand. I dealt with some numbskulls in my comments today with this shirt. I love this shirt. Wife had a good laugh when it came in. She's like, that's fitting. And it fits well too. Speaking of, it's called the Road Rash tank top. It's got the chewed up shit on the front and the back. It's a road rash, like I fell off my motorcycle kind of thing. We got one left. We're gonna be hitting 2 hours here. I wasn't planning on doing 2 hours, but it kind of happened. Well, you can always give one away. Good luck getting that out the box. Love the woody, spicy scents, as do I. I do like some sweetness with my date night fragrances, though. Yeah, Randy's a great dude. I really want that one, and it's going to kill me because it's about to hit the U.S. website. It's available in Europe. It's about to hit the U.S. website, and that's one I wanted to get at full retail, but I got to wait. I got to wait. It's going to kill me, too. It's going to eat me alive because I really want 1 million night elixir. So is it set on top chat or live chat? Because you got to change it to live chat. It automatically goes to top chat. You're not going to see everyone. And then also, some of these are on the long format. So my comments are combined from 2 live streams. Live stream format and landscape and portrait. I got 2 live streams running. So my comment section, the ones that are on the landscape, it shows a little like smartphone screen next to their name. So it tells me it's coming from that chat. So you're not necessarily going to see everyone's comments, actually. How are you? Be your own person, not just jump in blindly and read the person like Ross, Randy, etc. Yeah, for sure. 95% live chat, new messages. Oh, and you're on the Randy, because you're on the landscape. You're actually on the landscape one. You need to switch to the other live stream. That's where the bulk of the comments are. That's where the bulk of the viewers are. Yeah, you're on the long format. You're in the shorts feed. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we're really excited. Yeah, there you go. All right. Excuse me. I got sick like 2 weeks ago, so you know me. Those of you who've been around a long time, you know once I catch a cough, I keep the shit for a month. Wife's been sick all week. She's still sick. She's hoping. She looks like she's a little bit on the upswing today, but not much. She's been sick for a solid week. I got her sick. I was sick for like 2 days, but it didn't like take me out. Like I was still training and everything, no problem. But I kept this damn cough. I don't feel bad at all. It was like a sinus congestion that kind of went into the chest. One of those type of colds. All right. Argon. I don't know what to expect here. I don't expect fresh. That's for sure. We got a brown bottle. No clue what to expect here. All right, I guess we are going to go Majin M. Yep, one good spray on the Majin M. That's like Spice Bomb. Out in the air, I immediately am thinking Spice Bomb. It's really spicy, peppery. Yeah, it's spicy. Spice Bomb. Spice Bomb with a nice woody balance, but very, very spicy. Spice Bomb type of stuff. Kind of like, more so, Givenchy Gentleman Absolute. Gentleman Only Absolute. Any of you familiar with that one? I haven't worn that in a long time. A little bit less sweetness than that one, but it reminds me more of that one because that one's got more woods to it than actual Spice Bomb. Oh, wait, I have Spice Bomb. As do I, and I love the hell out of Spice Bomb. What'd I miss? An hour and 55 minutes. Oh, so a lot. Good to see you, though. Why Ice, Givenchy Sport. I wore that Sunday. I love it. That's one of my favorite releases of the year for sure. Aqua de Joe Parfum. Excellent choice. Yeah, this room so like a little red peppery, somewhat sweet, woodsy, like infrared EDT, infrared Spice Bomb, infrared eau de toilette, kind of like in between infrared EDT and Givenchy Gentleman Only Absolute, somewhere in there. Maybe lean a little more to this one, maybe lean a little more to that one. I'd have to get them side by side, but that's what I'm thinking. That is where my nose and my mind are going. Let's see what kind of peppers we got in here. Dark, aromatic, tantalizing. Like that description. Our flagship fall fragrance, warm, inviting masculinity with an air of mystery. Argon opens with lavender, grapefruit, bergamot, apple, and a touch of black pepper. I would say more than a touch. Creates an aromatic, lightly sweet introduction. As the scent develops, cinnamon, cedar, vetiver, elemi add depth and warmth, giving Argon its unmistakable masculine character. In the base, tobacco, amber, musk, tonka, gaiac wood create a rich and addictive finish that feels elegant, confident, and unforgettable. Argon features a woody, enigmatic scent, which, yes, it's pretty straightforward with the woods. Scent profile with an enticing synergy of warm spice, amber, and smoky nuance. I agree with all of that on this part. It is designed to command attention without ever needing to be loud. Excels in cooler weather, best suited for fall and winter months. With such high versatility in the cooler months, Argon is widely appreciated in most all situations. I agree with all of that. I do. It reminds me, because of the heightened woody facet, of Gentleman Only. Actually, it's Ian. Absolute. This one right here. It's that sandalwood. That sandalwood really stands out. And the nutmeg is more of a woody spice. So these two notes make it nice and woody. So kind of a cross between these. Spicy, sweet, woody, oriental gourmand. Cross between that and infrared EDT. See how you got more fruitiness here, which if you reference back to here, bergamot, apple, grapefruit. Here we got apple, grapefruit, red pepper, pimento, saffron, no bergamot, but you see what I'm saying? Like there's similarities to the fruitiness in the top here and not so much of the woodiness here. I mean, it's a little woody. See how it kind of falls back from third to fourth here versus Gentleman Only Absolute. I feel like it's a cross in between the two. It's not exactly one or the other, but it smells like it belongs to both of them. That's what it, and now that you see the notes compared to the others, you're like, holy shit, Ross is good at this. I am. Thank you. I think I'm good at this too. Just playing. Like, I'm just proud of myself that I totally nailed this one. Like, nailed the hell out of this one. I don't think I could have found a better comparison for these because it doesn't smell exactly like either, but it kind of smells like both at the same time. This is really good. I agree with how this is written. Anytime, cooler weather. It would excel during the day, office setting, casually, dinner dates, fun casual night out. Yes, this is Topgolf. This is steak dinner. This is candlelight dinner. This is quarter zip at work, selling cars or inside sales, selling pipe fittings and shit at a gasket place, whatever. You know, this is that. It is nice and spicy, just the right amount of fruitiness to give it this little bit of sweet. It's aromatic. It's woodsy. It's a little puff of smoke from the gaiac wood. I just happen to hit those at the same time for sound effect. 8.5. This is the second best fragrance of these five to me because it's coming down to my taste, right? I'm a big Spice Bomb mark. Big Spice Bomb guy. And both the fragrances I reference is a Spice Bomb flanker and a Givenchy fragrance that smells like it belongs in the Spice Bomb family. So this doesn't smell like original Spice Bomb. It smells like red label Spice Bomb stuff. Which, again, Notice the red label? Because I have that bottle, that older style bottle. Has the red label. Red bottle. Red bottle Spice Bomb type fragrance. 8.5, great bordering outstanding. This is a banger. This is a great, like it said in the write-up, great all-around cooler weather fragrance, evening fragrance, daytime, doesn't matter. Year-round, evenings indoors, absolutely. Totally wear this summer evenings if you want, no problem. Because Infrared EDT, I think, is a great summer date night fragrance. I think it's underrated for that. I've said it from the first time I ever featured it in a summer date night video. I think this works in that situation as well. 8.5 out of 10. Red bottle Spice Bombs. Yep. Derek's got him a nice little collection here with these 5. I'm very eager to check out the next 5. Let's see what the other 5 are. So the other 5, we're not going to look at note breakdowns. I don't want to look at that. I just want to look at names. We got Carbon, which is a clear bottle. Cobalt, which I'm assuming is a blue bottle, bluish purple. Then we got Iron, I'm assuming gray, no black. Platinum, gonna be a fingerprint magnet. Neon, ooh, I want that just for the bottle. I love my high vis yellow. Hello Volt, and Atomizer. Oh, okay, just a travel atomizer. I was wondering. I was like, they named a fragrance Atomizer. Fragrance lineup bundle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All 10 for $639. So it's discounted at 25% off. That breaks down to $63 a fragrance if you wanted to buy all 10. Shit. Think about it. How many times have you spent $300 or $400 on just a few fragrances? You get the whole lineup. Look at that bottle. Look at that. Look at that color. The blue and the high vis yellow. Oh man. I gotta have it just for that bottle. I gotta have Neon just for the bottle. So yeah, he told me if I was interested, he'd send me the other 5. Hell yes, Derek. When you see this, which I don't know if you watch the full 2 freaking hours, you really are a fragrance nerd, just like the rest of us. If you watched 2 hours of this and heard me talking about wringing somebody's neck and all that shit, which I'm telling you, I'm serious about that shit. Iron you would probably have as your favorite, and maybe Neon. Well, don't tell me. Don't tell me, because I purposely did not look down at the descriptions because I don't want to know. I just wanted to look at the names and the bottles real quick. But fingers crossed, that can be the live stream we can have Derek on. Like I said in the beginning, there's a possibility. It was discussed today. We'll see. The invitation's there. Like I said, we did talk back and forth with some voice messages before he got busy again for main event at the Arnold, because, of course, he's at the Arnold. I'm sure I'll hear back from him. He said he's going to watch the replay either tonight or tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll talk to him tomorrow, and maybe in a few weeks or so, we can have Derek for More Plates, More Dates on the channel. Maybe. I'm not holding my breath, but it's definitely a possibility. It was discussed a little bit. It was actually Randy's idea. And I was like, you know what? I am going to fucking ask him. Ooh, Amberful. That is some good stuff. I sell gaskets and fittings. What do you work for? Blue Water Rubber and Gasket? That's in Louisiana, by the way. I think in Texas too. That's the kind of place I'm talking about. Yeah, that's funny. Might be the dual live that confused the notifications. Yeah, it's a real possibility. All of them are 8 pluses. So easy. Yeah, I didn't give anything lower than an 8. I was hoping to find something I didn't jive with. I didn't. Maybe in the next, but like I said in the opening with the disclaimer, it's like, I mean, he's going to make mass appealing fragrances here. What's the likelihood of something really being bad? I mean, I was hoping to find something I could maybe give a 5 or a 6 because it was just for the sake of not having something to not like. But I mean, in reality, it's kind of stupid to even hope for that, just because it's like, I don't want people to think just because I'm had these conversations with Derek, who reached out personally, that now I'm going to be with Gorilla Mind. Even that's, it's great. It's all great, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to say everything smells good just to say it smells good. I'm looking for something to crap on a little bit. It's just, like I said in the intro, the likelihood was going to be low because what's the chances he made something that's not pretty good at minimum, right? So we're down to 96. We went 2 hours, 104. We stayed around 100. We were creeping for the majority. We were staying in that 140, 150 range. We had a pretty good crowd here today. The core and then some. I appreciate you guys. Yep, I'm still tuned in. I appreciate you, E. I'll just scroll back. I mean, you got a while to scroll back. It was like midway. Figured you would pick iron since you pump it. Nice. P.S. Oracle has taken over. I tried to tell y'all, because look, all the feedback I've been seeing in the Z Lounge is people saying it's Claude and George's best work. I agree. Seraphine Blue and Rose are just me. They're just me. That's why I deem them masterpieces for my taste. But Oracle, subjectively and objectively, I think is the best they've done. It's not named Sunkissed Island. That was me and Claude. But as far as George and Claude's creations together, Oracle would be hard to beat. We are the core. Yeah, for sure. Love from Alberta. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. White ice for my birthday. Present to myself. Looking forward to it. It's nice and minty. It dries into kind of white EDP, but it stays minty for a while. Good to see you, Tim. Appreciate you. No, I do not. I hope you're not here to be a Debbie Downer because you're miserable in life. And like, I'm not going to even say where I'm hoping it doesn't go, because I'm hoping it doesn't go there. But no, not at all. I quite enjoy being myself and have a great life. I love me. I love me some me. Like T.O. said, I love me some me. I had to grow into that. I didn't always love me some me, But the last several years, God has been very good to me. Maybe you need to find the Lord, my man. That was a general question. Okay. Because it sounded like it could have been a Debbie Downer type of conversation. Have a good one, Randy. No, I live a great life, man. I love waking up and living my life every day. There's not enough hours in the day. If I wake up at 6:30, 7 o'clock, my day's kind of fucked up. I need to wake up at 4:35 every day. So some days, like I slept till 7:30 today, fucked my whole day up. It was too late. I woke up too late. So I have so much shit to do every day. I need legitimately 18 of the hours in the day. I need them so I can still get 6 hours of sleep. I need 18 of the hours. Seriously, I do. I need 18 of the hours. So if I end up with 15 of them, something's going to get sacrificed, and something's going to suffer. If I get 15 or 16 of the 18 hours I actually need to get through my entire day, most days, not every day is like that, but most days, I would say 5 of the 7 days out the week, I need 18 waking hours. It's a real good possibility. It's like we talked about it. I'm waiting to hear, because he's busy as shit. He talked to me in between prejudging and main event while I was at the gym. We were sending voice messages back and forth, and I was talking to Randy in between as well. And how? Because I got shit to do, man. I got to start my day off with my cardio. I got to take the morning Duke and get ready. Go do right now. I'm doing 45 minutes of fasted cardio. I got to feed the cats, because as soon as I wake up, they think it's time to eat. No matter what time we wake up, it's time to eat. They want to eat right away. Sprinkles will whine if I leave for cardio without feeding them first. Then I come home. I have my routine. I got my greens powder for my gut health, and my L-glutamine and my fiber and my pro and prebiotic pills and all that stuff. And I got my regimen. Got to eat at a certain time. Let that digest for a little while. Got another meal to eat. Try to make content as I can in the morning. Lately, I've been having to make content in the evenings the way it's been shaking out. I train for a few hours. I handle a lot of stuff while I'm at the gym, so it keeps me at the gym longer than I'm actually training. I'm at the gym for 3 to 4 hours every day, realistically training for about 2.5 of it, doing other things in between. I got a lot of friends and people I deal with and stuff I'm handling on social media and emails I'm at. Like I handle business emails while I'm at the gym in between sets and shit too. That's just to the 3 o'clock range of my day right there. I still have so much more that happens in the afternoon. That's why I don't really get to do the live streams as often as I used to. But I tell no lies when it comes to fragrance. I tell no lies. I give my honest opinion. And some people refuse to believe that when it comes to George's stuff sometimes, because I have a vested interest. Because I have a 4th fragrance coming out. There's a vested interest there. He's my best friend. So I understand the optics of people thinking there's going to be, I'm just selling you a story. No. No. Fuck no. It's easy to get behind a brand, a man, and a perfumer and products that are so fucking good that you don't really have to do anything to sell them. You just, here's what it is, here's the profile. I'm telling you, you should try it. And you just try it. And you end up loving the shit. That's what happens. So in the mornings, it's a 45 minutes on the elliptical fasted right now. I do about 7 minutes at level 1, and then I jump it to 3 minutes level 3 the rest of the way. So you don't want to crank the intensity up. But there'll come a point where I'm doing an hour in the morning and 30 minutes on the stair stepper in the evenings, and doing sauna every morning. That's going to come where I'm doing 20 to 30 minutes of the sauna after cardio in the mornings. That's going to be 7 days a week. That's going to be coming down the line. Help pull some water from under the skin. Obviously, all the health benefits of it as well, but mostly to pull water from under the skin. Yeah, I don't do that shit. No, I used to not be a morning person. I'm so diligent in wanting to achieve everything that I need to achieve and get done every day. I'm so diligent in accomplishing everyday goals that I want and need to get up and do it. Like I said, I love waking up and getting to live my life. I do. I have a very blessed and gifted life the Lord has put in front of me. And all the bullshit I went through in the earlier days of my life makes sense on why I have the life I have now, because I would not have been able to handle it back then. The trials and tribulations helped mold me into the thick-skinned asshole, that confident asshole that can handle the life I have now, because my life is on social media. I have a ton of shit going on off camera now. It's a blessing and a double-edged sword kind of curse in a way, because I'm just so fucking busy now. But especially because it's competition season, that adds to how busy I am, and then slowly taking on a little bit more with clients, and just, it's great. It's great. I stay busy though. I stay busy. Channel's been suffering a little bit because of it. I haven't been able to do an every single day long form video. That'll get back. I just have so much going on. Plus we're buying the house right now. And it's all that shit going on too. We're in the crunch time of that. 4:30 in the morning? Jesus. I appreciate that. Thank you. Spray and pray. All right. Yeah. For sure. Helvetic Black Rose, Seraphim Red, and Oracle. Top 3. And it's all good stuff. No, I'm not a layering type. I just pick one fragrance and roll with it. I mean, right now I got 5 different fragrances on, but it's for testing purposes specifically. It depends on what time I wake up. If I wake up at my normal time around 4:45, 4:30-ish, like there's mornings where I wake up to pee at 3 and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to stay up. The alarm's going to go off in an hour and a half. What's the point? If I go back to bed, I'm going to sleep till 7 or 8, even though the alarm's going off. So some mornings I get up at 3. Yeah. Some mornings, I would say 2 or 3 times a week, I actually get up at 3. And I take naps during the day. I'll take a nap after my first meal for 30 minutes. And then I'll take a nap after I get back from training, after I have my post-workout meal. I'll take a 30-minute nap. I took a 30-minute nap before this live stream. Hell no. Hell no. You see these hand tattoos? That's my commitment to never working for anybody again. I got to make this work. And the other things I have going on off camera. Because I got hand tattoos. I can't go back to selling Mercedes, or I worked at Land Rover for a while too, selling Land Rover and Jaguar. I can't go back to selling luxury cars. I got hand tattoos. Can't hide them. I've had sales managers with sleeves and stuff, but you just wear Oxford, wear dress shirts, no big deal. You can hide those. Ain't no hiding the rose, the TLTG logo, and the NWO tattoo. They're not going to be cool with you wearing gloves to work. You know what I mean? So I've committed to never going back, which I didn't work 9 to 5 before. I worked 70 hours easily in the car business before. So. But that's what I was doing before I transitioned full time into social media on YouTube. So I haven't worked anywhere since the fall of 2020. My last job was at Jaguar Land Rover, which I was mainly focusing on this every day at my desk. I was selling enough cars just to not piss my managers off. I wasn't really focused on selling cars. I was focused on this. I actually have a video from last month for you to check out. TLTG cheap niche. Type that in the search. I got a video from, it was like 4 to 6 weeks ago. Got a recent video for you. I don't do flat bench with a barbell. I'm not trying to power lift, and I'm not in high school, which you sound like you're in high school with a 185 PR. You sound like you're in high school. So, and I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying, like, that's the strength level I see. That's a teenager strength level. Not an O lineman. O lineman's going to be stronger than that. But yeah, I don't do that. I'm a bodybuilder. I do things that focus on building muscle, not strength. Which I am strong. I do build strength, but I'm not focused on strength as the main goal. So nothing right now because it's killing me. Because then Laker 4s come out tomorrow, and I gotta wait. So I can't get them. Well, sometimes. So what happens really bad is if it happens at 2 a.m., then it's shit. I didn't sleep long enough because I went to bed at 10:30, 11 o'clock. I didn't get enough sleep. I have to go back to bed. But what's hard is I'll reset the alarms for 5, 5:15, 5:30, 5:45, 6, trying to get up no later than 6 at that point. Sometimes it doesn't shake out. Like I said, today, that's what happened. I woke up at 7:30, and I was mad. I was pissed. My wife got up at 5:45, and she's like, oh, I thought I'd let you sleep. I was like, baby, for the future, if you get up and you hear me snoring, before you go pee, because first thing she's going to do is pee, come make noise to get me up, please. Because I do not, if you wake up anytime after 5 and I'm still sleeping, please make sure my ass gets up, because that means I had to wake up and pee at 2 in the morning, and I made the mistake of going back to sleep. Because if I wake up past 3, I just stay up, because the alarm's going to be right around the corner. No point. I'll just lose the hour and a half, whatever it is. But to lose 2.5 when I only slept like 3 to 3.5 hours, that's just not enough. I have to go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So it's that I run into that conundrum. It's a nighttime roulette in a way. Yeah, but see, Jared just is weird. The white glove bandit. He's horrified of fingerprints, you know? I'm telling you, it's like that sleazy fake Rolex salesman with the trench coat. That's what I think of with white gloves. I've always given him a hard time about that. I appreciate that. Yep, the white glove bandit, exactly. Shout outs to the bishop. Mango Thai lime or porthole? Ooh, that is a tough one. I know Randy would say porthole. That's tough. I think I got to lean to porthole too, but mango Thai lime is special, man. That is crazy underrated. Peppered lime and mango, man, it's really good. It's a little on the synthetic side, but it's really, really good. Porthole is just an all-around better, more complex fragrance. It is, but phew. Best alternative to Fico. I've never really tried a Fico di Amalfi specific alternative. Fico di Amalfi you can get from discounters for like $50-$60, dude. You want me to tell you about a $30 clone when you can get the real deal for $50 or $60? Seriously, like for real, man. You can like. Let's see what it's going for at Frag Flex right now. I just noticed the screen wasn't the way I wanted it. Let's see if they got it in stock and what it's going for. Fico di Amalfi. They have it in stock. That's a little bit, the 75 ml a little bit higher, but it's 81. 180 ml is 104. 180 ml. 75 ml is 81. I mean, you want me to tell you about an under $40 clone and you get the real deal with quality niche oils? You know what I mean? You can get that. And you might even be able to find it cheaper elsewhere, like maybe old factory. Joma Shop might have a tester for 70 or something. Like, you just get Fico di Amalfi, man. Sometimes you just got to do a little research and avoid the clone, man, because I'll never tell you. When it comes to niche, I'm not going to tell you to get the clone over the niche unless it makes financial sense for you. This doesn't make all the financial sense. Not to me. Because if you can afford 40, you can afford 80, even if you got to wait an extra paycheck. You know? I got a lot of write-offs, dude. I get to play the write-off game. I have a lot. So with what I do, everything I wear, write-off, uniform. I review the products. The products I review are my favorite product items in the world, fragrances and sneakers. So my clothes, my fragrances, and my sneakers, the three things I am materialistic about, I get to write off. Ergo, why I buy so much. Everybody's like, you just got a shopping habit. Yeah, but there's a way to use your shopping habit to your benefit. Product review. I love the stuff I'm super crazy. It's my hobbies. I've been able to monetize my passion in life. It's crazy lucky and super blessing from the Lord, super blessing. And not everybody's as fortunate. I understand that, but it's actually not. Now, this last tax season was rough because I intentionally could not write off as much because I needed to make my income higher for the house I wanted to go after. Like I couldn't go crazy on the write-offs like I did in past years because I'm not lying. And it's legit write-offs. I got a lot of fucking write-offs. I couldn't write off as much because I needed my income to stay at a certain point on my taxes. So I had to do what I had to do. I had to pay quite a chunk. I had to pay quite a chunk for 2025. I did not like it, but I had to do what I had to do. I'm buying a house. Anybody 1099 knows what it is. The year you buy a house is the pain in the ass year in taxes. That's for sure. Limonada. I did. I was very good at it. Yes, I was very good at it. When I was at Mercedes, I worked in the used car department. Obviously, I could sell new as well, and I've sold plenty of new. But my name was top of the leaderboard, salesman of the month, 80% of the time. That's when I was most passionate about it, when I was at Mercedes. That's when I started the channel, when I was at Mercedes. And once the channel started to really gain a little bit of traction, I followed my uncle / old boss when he left Mercedes to Toyota for 3 months. Didn't like the high volume lifestyle. I was training to be an F&I, to be in finance. I gave up training to be a finance manager at a high volume dealer that sold 1,000 cars a month, where I would have made 300,000+ a year, to focus on this. Now, I'm not going to say what I make, but 300,000 year in and year out. That's good living, right? But you live at work. You live at work when you finance at a volume dealer like Toyota, San Antonio at that. So I left after 3 months. I went to my other old boss that left Mercedes. He went to Jaguar Land Rover as kind of a hold me over job while this was continuing to grow, until it was like, all right, I can do this full time now. I make enough. And that was it. That was a wrap. That is how that happened. But yeah, if this would have never took off, I'd be a finance manager. I'd be a wildly successful finance manager. Probably would have did Toyota for 2 or 3 years until I could have made my way back into the luxury brands, to where it's not as much volume, but just as rewarding. I wouldn't have to work as crazy to make about as much. So that would have been the path. If I wasn't doing this, that's what I'd be doing. I wouldn't have all the tattoos. My earrings wouldn't be in. I would not be bodybuilding. Would not be as happy. I'll tell you that. I'm pretty fucking happy. So yeah, I'm staying in Florida. Icon de Parfum, shout outs. What's going on? Yeah, we're moving to Crestview. We're not staying in Panama City Beach because the houses we're interested in are just so freaking expensive here, where it's a lot less in a suburban military area that's 40 minutes away from Destin and Fort Walton, an hour away from Pensacola, just a little drive, whereas even on Panama City side, we did get approved on a house over there. But I'd be driving 40 minutes to the closest of my 3 gyms I go to. It would still be a 40-minute drive. So it's like the gym I'm going to be going to in Crestview is 5 minutes from my new house. And I have a friend in Crestview, my boy Mike, that turned pro at USA's last year. He turned pro in 2 divisions. Any of you that follow my fitness IG page, the short black dude, swole as shit, he turned pro in open bodybuilding and classic physique at NPC USA last year. That's my boy. He lives in Crestview too, and he's active duty. He's super. Mike's so excited that I'm so glad he's excited too, because I am too. I talk to Mike all the time. Leading up to, I competed against Mike at the Riptide over here in PCB. That was when I met Mike. Was last year for the last competition I did, and we just kind of hit it off and stayed in touch. And lo and behold, I'm moving 12 minutes from him. We're gonna be going to the same gym and shit. So that worked out. I have a friend already, a good friend I've made in bodybuilding, pro, all that shit that's already there for me. It's just God works in mysterious ways. Again, every time y'all I hate to get all religious on you guys, but every time you hear me talk about how blessed I am and how much God has blessed me, I don't question it. I'm just grateful and try to put out the good energy because I get a lot of good energy back. So God has been very, very, very overly good to me. Yeah, for sure. So let me get caught up because we're going to shut it down. We're about to hit 2.5 hours. We'll shut it down to 2.5. This is way longer than I normally would do. I knew with 5 fragrances, plus it's been a while, that this was going to go probably 2 hours. I didn't think 2.5 because, of course, I want to shoot the shit with you guys too. Of course, we're always going to have a rant where I got to rip somebody's head off. I mean, it's just part of me doing a live stream, right? Frappin. Yes, Justin does love Luministe. What's the year fragrance? I forgot the damn year. I haven't worn in a while, but that's the fragrance that I have from them. It's 1270. Yes, this one. I haven't worn in a long time, but this is like very complex. Very busy fragrance. Kind of a mess. It's so busy, but it's good. I do like it, though. I haven't worn in a long time. I'm glad you brought it up. Look how busy this note breakdown is. It's as busy of a scent as it looks. A lot going on. It's kind of all over the place. Oh, that's my dog. I talk to Kuba all the time. You know, every time he would tell me he doesn't do live streams, he ends up on EQ's channel. And then I jumped on with him in EQ one time on EQ's channel and gave him a heart. I said, I thought you didn't do live streams, bitch. That's my dog, though. I talk to Kuba at least once a week. That's my dog. None but love. That's my boy. I talked to him probably 4 times this past week. I talk to him all the time. Like I said, at least once a week we talk. Voice messages back and forth on Instagram. 7 years ago, 2019. Almost said, well, July it'll make 7 years. In July it'll make 7 years. But I was, let's see, 6 years ago, 35. I was 35. I'm 41 now. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Arabian. Oh, okay, 10-4. Great stream. Love the channel. I appreciate that, Jeremy. Thank you, man. So yeah, we 3 more minutes and we'll shut it down. We got 90 still kind of hanging out. I appreciate you guys. It's been a while. I need to eat. Fuck, it's 8:30. 8:27. Shit. I'm gonna miss a meal. Ain't no way I'm getting 2 more meals and I'd have to stay up too late. Yeah, I'm just gonna have one bigger meal, I guess. It's turkey and jasmine rice, a little bit of coconut oil, some sauteed onions, and a little bit of harissa. Some spice and flavor. Coconut oil keeps it from being dry. Ground turkey, 97% lean, is dry. So thank God for the coconut oil, some good natural fats. Yeah. Yeah, it's the July 11th. Excuse me. July 11th, 2019 was my first video. Top 10 not so citrusy summer fragrances. Yep. It'll be 7 years in July. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. It's good to see you as well. It's weird not seeing the Scrooge McDuck picture or your actual picture. But yeah, I knew it was you because you changed the name a while back. Your name's been Frag Commons in business for a while. Good to see you, Jason. I hope everything's well. Have a good night, man. Man, I like that. Have a good night, man. Like the bad guy. Huh? Just doing some liquid brune. Stuff is good tonight. Stuff is good anytime. Stuff is good anytime. Another minute and a half. We'll shut it down. I'm gonna hang tight till the 2.5 hour mark, just in case anybody's got anything pertinent that they want to add. But yeah, shout outs to Derek. I appreciate him sending this stuff my way. I got 4 cases of Gorilla Mind drinks. I've got Gorilla Mode pre-workout and the non-stem pre-workout as well. I'm interested to see where the conversation goes tomorrow, what he thought about the live stream. I doubt he's going to be able to watch all 2 hours. He'll probably skip around, but yeah, good dude. Definitely the same person you see on camera for any of you that's seen him on Joe Rogan's podcast or watched any of his content on anabolic pharmacology and any of his lifestyle content, his old fragrance videos from like 9 years ago, 10 years ago, you know. I have been having this Sony Handycam for since I was in Colorado for 3 or 4 years. It's what's the model number? I forgot. It's been so freaking long. Let me look around for the model number. I don't think they make this one anymore. It's a 4K 4K camcorder. Ah, shit on it. It's a Sony Handycam, though. It's a camcorder, not a camera. So we plan on doing some WrestleMania streams. I talked to Dedrick the other night. Not saying we won't do something fragrance related, but the plan is for WrestleMania to do on his other channel. So we did talk about it. We did talk about it last week. Oh, Bani for sure. Escandalo, beautiful citrus. Mango papaya from Bani, though. That's my favorite. I appreciate that. So my understanding is it's just the rebottling of O Intense. They renamed it, rebottled it. That's my understanding. That's what I've been told. DJ Sense, good to see you. We're literally signing off. We just hit 2.5 hours. We've lost close to half the audience. We're signing off right now, man. You caught us right at the end. So I'm actually leaving it on you, actually, because we just hit 2.5 hours. I appreciate everybody who spent some time with me, especially any of you that made it from start to finish. That's 2.5 hours of your Friday. I sure appreciate that. I guess you didn't have nothing to do either. So you're like, let's go hang with Ross. And for those of you that made it later, of course, I appreciate you too. TNT man, good to see you, sir. Trying to line it. Understandable line is probably my guy. Enjoy Oracle. And yeah, everybody else. So the next planned stream, me and Justin are looking to pick a topic. I talked to Justin a couple of days ago. A non-Zaharoff related stream. Hopefully the next week or so, me and him will be getting together and doing something. We'll multicast on both channels. We're not sure what topic yet, but be on the lookout. Me and Justin's stream is coming with a topic. I don't know if we're going to pick a house or a topic. We might pick a house again. He threw out the house idea because we've done a few of those. We did Raj Dove, we've done Tom Ford, we've done PDM, we've done a few of them. So we might pick a house and go through our favorites with that. But appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great evening. Link is down below. I don't have a code or anything like that. If you want to check out anything from Intelligent, my recommendation, get the Discovery set for $50. You get to try all 10 fragrances, and if you like something, you get a voucher for $50 to go towards one of the $80 bottles. There's some good shit here, guys, and I've only tried half the collection so far. So y'all have a great night. Check out this morning, well, not this morning, but yesterday's video on discontinued fragrances if you haven't yet. Tomorrow morning, I'm doing my first impressions on the new Polo 67. So have a good one.